You're then going to switch groups. And so the 3s will transition to the 1 will go to the 2. And you're going to take a look at the next group of whatever it is. So let's just say that you're working in sales, and now you're going to be moving over to profitability. And as a group, your job, and I mean everyone in your group has to do this, not just one person, has to look at that list and add to it. Add to the list, okay? You'll do that for 2 minutes. And then the last round is you'll move to the one you haven't been to yet. So maybe you'll move to service. You guys will touch every one of those boards over there as a group. Does that make sense? All right, so just to make sure you guys were paying attention, who would like to repeat for the group in short term what we're about to do?
We're about to get up and write.
And write what?
Specific things.
Specific things related to each of these 3 categories.
Okay, and you're going to do this in small groups, right? All right, I'm going to count you guys off. Ready? So you're going to be, say it loud and proud.
1, 2,
3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
3, 1.
2, 3.
1.
2, 3, 1, 2.
3. 1. 2. Oh, 4, 3. 2, 3. 1.
2.
3.
1.
All right. All the ones are going to go to the first flip chart. Find a scribe, and you guys are working on revenues. Yes, yes, yes. You have a question? Wait, we have a question, guys. Hold on. What's the carrot?
Oh, who wants to know what the prize is?
There's a prize is knowledge. Come on up, you guys.
We're streaming it to YouTube.
Okay. 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 Ones are going to be working on revenue, guys. 2s are going to be working on profit. 3 is working on service. You guys have 3 minutes when I say go. And what I'm looking for is activity.
I'm 2.
Okay, who's 2s?
We're 2s.
Who's your scribe? You need one person to scribe.
Who wants to write? All right.
Okay, fantastic. All right, go ahead. Go over here. Who's 3?
3.
And who is going to be your scribe? Fantastic. You get it. This is your first time, okay? Wait, Carter, really? Carter? Guys, oh, you do? You didn't tell me that yesterday. All right, you guys ready? All right, you guys have 3 minutes. I am starting timers now. Ready, set, 3 minutes. It's a competition.
All right, how are we delivering service?
That's so weird. We do this all the time.
We'll have to figure out how do we incorporate.
Hi, everybody. For those of you who are remote right now, go ahead and give us a thumbs up so we know that you guys are able to hear me just fine, either through Teams or YouTube. Okay.
Let them know that we're streaming through
We are
YouTube.
streaming through YouTube, if you don't know already, because we want to make sure you guys can hear me. And so what we're looking for is confirmation you guys can hear me. So go to Microsoft Teams and give us a reaction of a heart, a thumbs up, or something so in Teams we can see. You can hear me.
Should I leave the Teams meeting here?
Leave it on, yeah.
You want to leave it? Okay.
Oh, wait, are we not working in the room anymore?
I haven't touched anything. It's
Yeah, just leave it where it is. You're good. Yeah, thank you. No, nothing yet? Okay, how do I give them direction on what to do?
Hold on 1 second. They're typing right
Okay, good. Perfect. Someone's typing in the chat, so stand by, everybody. All right, hold on. All right, time, stop. Everybody, we're gonna shift. I need group 1 to go to profit. Group 2 to go to service. Service, come over to revenue. Look at the list and add new ideas. Not the same ideas, new ideas. You guys have 2 minutes to do this.
Everybody to go to YouTube. They're all on Facebook telling you thumbs up that they can hear.
All right.
They're chatting on YouTube.
Okay,
so they can hear
perfect.
you
I didn't know
on
they can
YouTube.
do that. All right, everybody. So here's an activity I'm going to have you guys do individually for yourself right now that the team is working on. We are looking at the slide that we have in Microsoft Teams that says revenue, profit, service. I would like you to go ahead and work on revenue right now. What are all the tasks that you have to do to ensure that revenue and sales occur for your business? Just use any piece of paper. I got it. Yeah, you guys already started. Yeah. And I need you guys to work on that for 2 minutes. I will then call time, and then I ask you to work on profit. Ready, set, go. It's always a plan C, right? I'm glad you're here.
It worked out.
I knew there was a reason I invited you, right? And thank you for everything you're doing. I've never had that happen before.
Neither have I. I might have to call vendor.
I wonder how often they use this. Do you know if they use it very often?
I mean, they do.
We do it all the time, yeah. I've never had that happen. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. What they're doing right now is they are in groups, and they have 2 minutes to start adding to the list. So, okay, thank you. So this group is working on revenue, all the activities that you have to do to drive sales and revenue for your company. This group is working on profit, all the activities to save money for your company. And this group is working on service, all the things that we do to drive service and capabilities, okay? Okay. They have about 30 seconds and then they're gonna switch. So I will have you jump. Do you care about revenue, profit, or service? Which group would you like to be in? Okay. I think this one right here because they're smaller. So what your job is going to do is add to the list of revenue in a minute with them. Okay? Come on over. And it's Austin. Hey everybody, we have Austin here and he's going to join your group and he'll help with the next round, okay? All right. Make sure you guys get him talking, okay? Ready? Stop. We have 1 minute that you're going to move to the next board. Look at it, and the challenge is add at least 1, if not 2 things that are more than what's on there already. So 2's move to 3, 3 move to 1, 1 moves to 2. Ready? Go. 1 minute. 1 minute to add 1 or 2 things. All right, those of you who are remote, go ahead and stop thinking about revenue and move into profitability. What are all the tasks? What are all the activities you have to do to drive profit?
When you're talking to the YouTube peeps, just tell them, for the YouTube people
Okay,
watching. That way
perfect. For the YouTube people watching, got it. The best. This is the activity I told you about yesterday. This will help you get your people connecting to sales, profit, service for your company but they have to be the ones that get the answer, not you telling them. That's all right. Yeah, that's okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Really pay attention when we sit down because it's going to get bigger. All right, everybody, go ahead and stop right there with your last thought. Get in on the board and have a seat. I need one new person from every group that did not write to share something from the board. All right? One person who did not write from each group to stand at the board and share your insights, okay? One person that did not write. Volunteer, volunteer. It's up to you guys. One person. What number? No, go sit down. No. Get up there. Get up there. Go sit down. Go sit down. One person who did not write needs to speak on behalf of your group. What? To share the insights. Who wants to do that? One person. Everybody else sit down. That's it. Fantastic. Go ahead and have a seat, guys. We'll have more opportunity. Go ahead and have a seat.
All right.
Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah.
We know you're on it, Steph.
All right, guys. Have a seat.
Loud and proud, I got it.
All right. Everybody have a seat, but pay attention to our friends at the board, okay? Yep. Everybody have a seat? Yep, wherever you guys want. You guys are going to work hard here in this group, even though they're up there talking. We need you guys listening. They're going to share just a little bit of what you guys came up with, not the entire list, just a little bit. And I need you guys really engaged because some of the list was generated when you were working on something else. Okay. So I'm going to start with revenues because we feel revenues and sales are really important. We really want it. So Stephanie, you guys give her a round of applause to get her pumped up to help us out. Stephanie, I want you to fast and loudly, because I know you can do this, read off some of the activities. It doesn't have to be all of them, but just start rambling till I say stop.
Recovering revenue, tech training to identify problems. I don't know what it is. Okay, tech report to office. Continuing education to know, help, sell. Quick follow-up with clients, requested follow-up. Innovative product solutions. Appearance, SEO, marketing. Using CRM. Equipment inspections, truck racks, referrals, builder partners.
Okay, stop. The list is long, and I want to see, out of all the sales and revenue activities that you guys generated over there, and the list that we've generated right here, these are the ways and activities, and way more than this, if you think about it, that you guys have already come up with when it comes to revenues and sales, all the activities you need to generate revenues, right? So give Stephanie and the team together, the whole group, a round of applause for coming up with that list. Before we move to profit, why did I not just put that list on the board and let you guys just sit here and not have to do that activity? I want you to critically think. I want you to connect. Because when I give you a list, you guys tune out. My ideas, not your ideas. This is just some ideas. I will guarantee you guys came up with a lot more than I did. So you'll snap a picture, you'll forget all about it, think you're gonna go back to your phone and go, where's that list Doreen had? This is memorable. It's what we call sticky in training, because you guys had the dialogue, okay? So now let's look at some of the things you guys came up with from our profitability. You don't have to speak fast, just loud and like really impactful.
Profit, buy in bulk, make sure your routes are tight. Dosing, make sure you're dosing the right amount. Training, customer education, customer training, and scope of job.
So that's interesting. You said training, but training can be costly. Can it be profitable? When it's done right, right? When it's done right, because why are you going to turn and burn, right? Instead, grow capabilities. Exactly. That's why you guys are here. So fantastic. Give yourselves a round of applause for profitability. So all the things that save money, reduce waste, improve your margins, this is just another list that we put together just so you guys know the list is endless. In fact, I ran out of space on every slide as I was brainstorming all the possibilities of how you guys could save money or ensure profitability for your company. And the reason that's so important is how many of these things are you actually doing? Where are the gaps? what are the things we should be doing more of if we're not doing them already, okay? So these are here for you guys to refer to, and if you're really smart, wink, wink, you might want to use these lists when you guys are getting ready for start, stop, and continue. So I would take a shot, a picture here, and we'll keep that on the board over there, okay? Fantastic. We'll go to the third one now for service.
We've got water chemistry, communication, timely communication,
Listen up, everybody, listen up.
remote monitoring.
Okay, hold on for 1 second, hold on for 1 second. Because this is what happened, we tune out with service. Service is the most important part. Service is how you drive revenue, right? So let's make sure we listen to the list for service, okay guys? Go ahead.
Water chemistry, communication, timely communication, remote monitoring, proactive versus reactive, certifications, uniforms, small tokens of appreciation, friendly texts, expanded service availability that day, quality checks, being proactive versus reactive.
Fantastic. You had a really good list over there, so I didn't want to stop you, okay? Give yourselves a round of applause for coming up with the list for service. These are just some of the things that keep your customers coming back. It builds your reputation. It establishes credibility. It earns trust rather than preventing, we want to prevent that churn and burn, okay? Again, just a little bit of list. So when you think about service, it's not just about friendly service. And what drives me crazy, because I'm passionate about this, is when people come up with an action plan for drive exceptional service. And part of the action plan is we're going to greet every customer. That's what we're going to make sure everybody greets every customer who comes through the door. I'm like, don't you think your competitors are greeting every customer? And by the way, that's not going to drive sales and revenue, because all you ever hear when you guys go into a retail, right? Welcome, 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 welcome. Is that going to bring you back? In fact, I just go through that store into the mall to where I was headed. It's about exceptional service. We have a mall. And some people don't hit the mall, they hit the digital world, right, with Amazon and whatnot. So how do you create and capture the customer for longevity that's the right customer? We'll talk about that too, okay, the right customer. Now, what I love about this activity is I do this for icebreakers, team building, whenever I'm having a conversation around accountability with my team. What are the things we need to do as a company, and we all own when it comes to making money for our company? What do we need to do to save money? And what do we need to drive service? I take it a step further, because those are not the only KPIs from a company. And sometimes I do the activity around associate and team engagement. What are the things leaders should be doing to ensure their teams are engaged? That we make sure that we are doing everything powerful to keep our team intact, the right talent in place. And these things, so look at this, Antonio. I mean, you've grown your team so much, right? Are any of these things the things that you have to do in order to be a sustainable large company, right? Same thing with bigger companies out there. We need to be doing these things from an associate engagement. And if we're not, maybe these are some new thought starters for you. What is a key performance indicator that, if not done well, could kill your company overnight? Literally take that profitability you guys worked for and wipe it out. Do you guys know? What? I thought I heard it. Number of things. How about safety? Workers' compensation can take a company down. Another way you can make sure people connect to safety is ensuring they understand all the work practices they have to do to ensure a safe working environment. So I also use safety through this activity. Sometimes I have 5 flip charts around the room, and I have large groups going to every flip chart. They don't go to every single one, but we just gather a list. And the reason you want this with your associates, you have to connect to it, guys. You have CEOs out there talking about sales and profit all the time. They tell people in town halls, EBITDA, that is how we measure the margins of our company for profitability. It's everybody's job. And then you have vice presidents who don't understand that every decision they make either makes money or breaks money for the company. You have hourly associates who don't show up to work, so we're paying unnecessary overtime. So think about all the ways that everyone in your company, everyone in your team makes money, saves money, builds money through service, takes the talent they have and does all the right things to keep them, and then finally make sure that safety is a focus. All right, so I'm going to stop there. What are you guys learning about this activity? Was it value to anyone?
Yes.
Why and how? So share a little bit why. This was a valuable exercise. Go ahead.
It woke me up.
It woke you up because it got you guys doing some work, right? And critically thinking. That's part of my like trick. But I also have a method to the madness. It's not just about an activity. It's about making sure you guys take the information outside of the room. Yes? It's what? Perspective. Yeah. You guys know this, but you may not be doing all of this. Right? Okay, what else? Any other thoughts why this might be something you might take back and do with your team? It does. The world is different. The clientele is different. The technology is different. In fact, it's going to be different tomorrow too. So we need to be doing things with greatness, not just mediocre. Mediocre gets you mediocre results. Anyone from a larger company, anybody see value in this? Maybe you take it back to your company. Yes.
Yeah, I see. Just safety. That one thing right there, man,
Yeah.
yeah, it can take us down.
Yeah.
That, you know, even HR, making sure that breaks are on the right time, because, you know.
Payroll.
A buddy of mine had a lawsuit.
Yep.
Restaurant, yeah.
Yep.
And I think it was $250,000.
Yeah, that compliance stuff that HR does is to protect you.
One person complaining about break time.
And it's not usually the good associate who's complaining about the break time. It's the one who was quit to stay and they're here to stay because we're not managing them up, but they're the one who are going to talk, right? I've seen so many countless times where that has come into play, that the person who took them down was the underperformer.
Yeah.
Because we didn't do the things we needed. I've seen it time and time again. I have some stories. All right? Yes.
So this also helps like reactivate our thought process, because some of this is assumed.
Yeah.
Right, we assume that
Yeah.
our techs are gonna do it like we do.
Yeah.
Or even regarding safety, right? So.
Yeah. We're assuming it. It's almost like a reset button. How many of you guys have kids? And there's been some times where you have to put the reset button. Let's reset it for the day because they've gone awry, and you're like, we got to reset that. Let's take away that phone. Let's get you doing something out there. It's almost a reset for ourselves, right? And I've literally had vice presidents tell me, we have never connected as a team in our little unit, our area of the business. We knew, sure, that we had something to do with profitability. We didn't realize how much until we did this activity. Okay, so the reason I also wanted you to do the activity is I need you guys thinking about all the possibilities that you guys can come up with what you should start doing, stop doing, or continue to do, because this is a lot that matters. And if we're doing stuff that doesn't matter, we don't have time for this. Does that make sense? Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transition. Before I do, Edgar, I just want to see if anybody out there in the YouTube world has a question, a comment. I know it's hard when you're remote. Is there anything that we can answer for them before we move on?
We don't have any questions. They were just kind of making comments that it is in the little details, right, when we were talking about the point, so.
Okay, great, fantastic. All right, great job, everybody out there. I know you guys out there in the remote world are working a little harder because you guys are having to stay engaged, so I appreciate that. Okay, and so we're going to talk a little bit in this module about start, stop, continue. I'm going to go through the framework. I'm going to talk about why this exercise not only works, but is beneficial for you guys to make the time now to save time later. I'm also going to show you how to use this tool. And the good news is, because you guys are here, because you guys are part of the matrix, you're not just having the exercise in the room. In the Pullman University website, we have a resource guide. We did not print that out for you purposefully, because when I do print things out for you guys, like this, and I hand it out to you, what are you guys going to do as humans? She's talking, but I'm going to get there faster. I'm sure I have the answer in here somewhere, right? This resource guide is how to conduct your own start, stop, continue exercise with your teams. It is everything we're going to talk about, and we're also going to give you more. We'll give you the PowerPoint. You actually can take this PowerPoint, take the slides you want, and use it as a tool to facilitate or have the discussion, right, Edgar? I didn't ask permission. I'm just giving you guys a gift, okay? And then we want to make sure that you guys understand how it really directly improves the results your lives are wanting, okay? So before I do that, let's have that quick discussion. What are some specific things that you would like to see more of in your business to drive greater results? What are some of those results that you want to drive for your business starting immediately or you're working towards now?
Organized vehicles.
Organized vehicles. So organized vehicles, right, is an activity. So if you were to say, how does organized vehicles hit my results of sales, profit, service, associate engagement, and safety, what one or more would that impact?
All of them, because if my tech is having to go back and forth to the store to buy the thing that they're looking for because they can't find it in their truck.
It's wasting money.
It's wasting money.
Good, keep going.
And wasting time.
Wasting time and resources, okay?
Resources, yes.
Okay, that's for profit. How is it affecting sales and service, associate engagement, or safety?
Well, since my tech is not organized, I won't tell them.
Yeah, you can't do, you're only limited to the number of jobs you can do.
Right. So you can't have as many jobs done, right, if they're wasting time and resources, right? So you're to lose money, but you're also not going to make the sales you want. Is that correct? But if you do, you can make more sales.
Yep, and then you're behind, so you're trying to rush through to get the job done to get on to the next stuff.
Okay, great example, all right? What? It looks bad, so the customers aren't going to trust you. It affects your credibility and your reputation. What else? He said it. Okay, great. That's one example of an activity of something you want to do that would hit the KPI. That's your kind of pulse check. Does it going to hit sales, revenue, profit, service, and safety? One or others, doesn't matter. As long as it hits one, then the consideration is like keep it. Maybe it's not the priority, but it's important, okay? If it doesn't, that's when you question, should we be doing it at all? All right, so what's another thing you guys are working towards that you would like to achieve for your business? That was one example. All right, so what did you say?
Tighter route.
A tighter route, and so which would it hit? Sales, profitability, service, associate engagement, safety?
The last two.
The last two. All right, fantastic. Profit and service. Another one.
So would it not also hit the same thing with what they said? Would it not also hit safety? Because if you're tighter route and you're organized, you're not having to be on the road
Yes.
as often.
So it mitigates the risk, which is part of safety, correct? Absolutely. You guys are thinking through. I want more examples. All right, fantastic.
A functional inventory.
Okay, so talk to me about how a functional inventory using revenue, profit, service, sales, customer, associate engagement, or safety.
We're losing a lot of sales because we're not able to track them.
You got it. So you're losing sales, so we should be doing it, which is affecting your profit margin, right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. One more. Someone new.
I want my technicians to take more ownership over issues they find.
Oh my gosh, say that again loud and proud.
I want my technicians to take more ownership over issues they find.
I want my, yeah. How you're gonna do it is by engaging them, by connecting the job they do and the work that they do every day adds value to the company, and they are part of your company, right? You absolutely want to engage every single associate you hire. Are you guys paying your technicians?
Yes.
Are you paying them just to show up and clean a pool?
No, they should do more than that.
Do you want them to do more than that? Do you want them to upsell? Cross-sell? Have product knowledge? Take care of the customer? Solve the problems so you don't have to? You guys are getting it? This is how you drive sales, profit, and service, through your people.
Just to let you know, the wife is saying, listen up.
Got it, thumbs up.
She's like, tell my husband, listen up.
I saw a hand, yes. He's woken up, he's up, he's up. We have a question here, go ahead.
Yeah, what is cross-sale?
Cross-selling. Okay, before I give the answer, does anybody know what I mean by cross-selling? Yes.
If a technician's in a backyard, and he sees that.
Wait, he asked the question, so I want to make sure he's, yeah, go ahead. Cross-selling. That's okay, that's all right. So what's cross-selling?
Yeah, a technician in an account sees a need, sees something that he can sell to the homeowner. For us, we're commercial, so that's not gonna happen. But hey, your pump is going out, we have a special on pumps, this pump can do this, save you money and energy, la 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 la, that's cross-selling.
Yeah, cross-selling is saying, I've got this today, but if you have this over here, it'll enhance your services, your products, whatever, you take care of some problems that you've got going on. Who's an example? So give an example of a real world cross-sell you might do in the pool service industry. Leak detection. So I've noticed there's a leak.
Yeah,
And what are you going to sell?
we partner with a leak detection company.
Yeah, exactly.
San Antonio Water Service Company,
Okay.
they offer $250 water credit rebates, switch from a sand or DE filter to cartridge.
Ooh, that's a good one because that's a win-win outcome.
Yes, so basically at that point, if you're worried about the money side of it,
Yeah,
and you're worried for that markup because they're getting it from somebody else.
yeah, exactly. Who are the vendors and did I see a hand, Kevin? No? Okay. So you obviously sell, right? That's what you guys do with your company. So, and you rely on who to help you sell your products? Your pool service professionals, right? You're out there in the front lines each and every day talking to customers. So partnering with vendors, suppliers, those people who are solving the problems for you that you can't solve on your own, that's what you're cross-selling. That's what you're upselling, right?
We do towel cleaning, Sunseal, spec paint, mastic, pressure wash, drains,
Look at all that list.
sealing the Flintstone boulders, and we're starting to sell hot tubs.
Wow.
People that don't
That's an
need-
upsell. I would call that an upsell, right? That hot tub is an upsell because it's a big price ticket, right? But that's a lot of opportunity to sell.
And then referring out, we're starting to do the outdoor
Mm-hmm.
stuff,
Okay.
kitchens, the putting greens.
Yeah, that's a lot of sales opportunity. Okay, so that's great. We got a whole lot of sales opportunity. Who are you relying on to make that sale? You, which is great because you have full control and knowledge of power, right? Texts, guys. How comfortable on a scale of 1 to 10 are your texts in cross-selling and upselling all the things you list off? Maybe that one they're real comfortable with, they have experience with, but what about all the opportunities? How many of you guys have come across a person who doesn't sell? I mean, they just a good car salesman. I hope someone's not a car salesman in the room. They used to be, right? A car salesman approach, that is not how you sell. How do you sell? You find a need, you solve a problem. What else? I can't hear you, I'm so sorry. Educating, training, not telling, training, showing them how, showing them possibilities. Yes.
Whatever Edgar's got.
Whatever Edgar's got. He's got the pizzazz sales thing, right? Yeah, but he doesn't sell. Yeah, he just solves a problem. He's slick. He's slick. You need a cloning machine for Edgar to work on your company, right? All right, guys, I think I've driven it home enough. So as we're getting into the conversation today about sales, profit, service, you need to be asking those questions. Hold on, that sounds good, but does it hit sales, profit, service, associate engagement, or safety, or whatever KPIs you guys are trying to find, okay? Okay, so, yes, yes.
Who is, and they said out here, there's my boss, Soldier Monkey 89. Oh my God. He's like, I'm watching my boss on here. So, all right.
I love it. I love it.
Call him out. Justin. Enjoy the show. Listen up.
Because the conversation's coming back home. That's what it is, right? Justin, what you guys say at that point in time, everybody, is that you say, like, don't just watch the show today, sitting back and eating bonbons, right? Because I'm coming home and we're going to be talking about what we're learning, okay? And we're all going to be working towards it.
He has a tech that's won this on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
You're doing something right.
Give them a round of applause for anybody who has anybody out there. All right, and give yourselves a round of applause because it's impressive you guys are here. All right, stop, start, continue why this exercise works. And I'm not talking from a trainer's perspective. I use this as a business leader in organizations as small as 12 people, 6 people, and as large as hundreds. I ran a call center for 400 indirect reports, and this is exactly what we did with every single division in this company. How are we making money? Where do we need to save money? And we changed the mindset of our hourly associates who were not making very much money, that I better show up to work on time, I better not waste supplies, I better upsell, I better cross-sell because I have a stake in the game. I want job security. I want to make money. I want to have a career path. I want to become a supervisor. And they learned, and we grew exponentially because of everybody playing as a team. So number one, it's a simple process. It's not overly complex, which is great, but you do need to have a facilitation and a discussion to get people to work. You should not be having meeting and doing all the work. In fact, you should be doing about 50% of the work and having everybody in your team do the other 50%. If you're by yourself, don't take the load on by yourself. Use a peer, a mentor, somebody who's done that, been out there before. Pick their brain, find out, does the plan sound good? What more can you do? But use your network, use your support. That's what's so great about Pull Nation. Your plan should be action-oriented. It is going to be something you're going to do differently than you were doing yesterday. If you're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, that is the definition of insanity. So the whole goal of Stop, Start, Continue is not to sit in a room and come up with a list. The whole goal is to determine what to stop doing and stop doing it. Make that commitment to yourself, make that commitment to your team. Has anyone ever been tasked to do a job and you just did it because someone told you to, but you knew you really shouldn't be doing it? There was no value in it? What does that feel like? Every day, right? What does that feel like? Demoralizing. Frustrating. What else? Waste of time. Yeah? Draining. Oh, my drive and drain. I love it. Draining, exhausting, and frustrating. This is why we turn over people on our teams, because we make them do the stupid stuff that we don't want to do. When it's stupid, doesn't have any purpose. We want to really also check I think we talked about this yesterday, guys. We need to check our egos at the door. Like, it is not an ego thing. This is not about you being right and having all the answers. In fact, you don't. And the great news is your team does. They're holding the key because they're out there in the field every day doing the work in the trenches, and they see stuff. And if you don't give them time and space to solve some of those problems, to get rid of the stupid, then honestly, you're just spinning wheels. Yes?
I had someone who thought that scrubbing was stupid. So in order to make them understand
Yes.
they're not doing a stupid task,
Yes.
train them on why they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you doing? There's nothing there. Okay, so you got the eyes of a microscope and you can see that stuff starting to bloom?
Yep.
The answer is no, so therefore we scrub so we catch the stuff that we can't see before it becomes something we see in full bloom next week.
I love that.
So that's why we have to, if it is stupid, train them why it's not.
Yeah.
Otherwise they will be drained, ticked off, feel like they're wasting their time. So we have to let them know why they're not wasting their time. 'Cause
Yeah, you have to
don't
explain
do it
the
now,
reason.
They'll have to next week and they'll be there even longer. Then they will be drained.
Exactly, yes. Addison.
The other side of the coin is to also listen to that.
Yes.
So that way we can see if we're doing something in the company that we would probably avoid doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense because we're not always out in the field seeing the situation.
Yeah.
Disconnect from our end.
Disconnect from, take that leadership hat off and just really honestly have an honest conversation. But I love what you explained there because you're saying you need to give the reason behind the why. So I remember my dad always telling me, I would say, oh, Dad, can I have this toy? And he'd be like, no. And I'd be like, oh, Dad, can I have this toy? He'd be like, no. Again and again. It was always the same conversation. Dad, can I have this? No. And one day I really wanted this $14.99 toy. And we were at a grocery store. It's cheap, but I thought for sure this is it. It's a cheap toy. He'll give it to me. Dad, can I get this? And he goes, a nice sigh, a little pause. He gets down on his knees and he says, you know what, son or daughter? He goes, you know what, honey? I would love nothing more than to give you that toy. But I don't have the money today. I need to buy groceries. I need to pay the mortgage. Unfortunately, after that, I don't got much left. Oh, okay, Dad. Because he gave me the reason behind the why, I didn't ask as much, right? That's what we need to do is teach people the reason why. Even if they may not have the same perception, you can change their perception, all right? All right, let's keep going. Helps owners and teams prioritize the workload, but also gets the buy-in from people to move in the same direction, and it will drive improvement. All right, can I have a volunteer read why this matters for business owners specifically? All right, fantastic, go ahead. Oh, wait, do you mind if I just have a new voice real quick? Because you're great, but she raised her hand and I have to utilize it while I got it, so go ahead, Sylvia.
Matters for business owners. In a small business, every decision impacts your time, your team, and your bottom line. The start, stop, continue process helps you to step back from the day-to-day work and focus on what truly drives results. When you gain clarity and plan with intention, execution becomes easier.
Yeah, when you got a plan and you strategize purposefully and intentionally, the execution is the easy part because now you know what the road looks like ahead. So we're going to shift from activity to leading your business. Remember yesterday we talked about a growth mindset. We talked about having that hat of an operator, transitioning that mindset to the hat of an owner. So I want you guys thinking as owners. In fact, you too. You guys are going to put the owner hat on today. How do we drive the business forward for my success personally? And what can I do to help the company be successful? So here I'm just giving you the same slide we had yesterday, a little larger. On the left-hand side is all the things you do from an operator perspective, that activity. And on the right-hand side, it's about being strategic. So I promised you yesterday, you guys are going to do work today that connects to the concepts we gave you yesterday. We are just about now to wear the hats of an owner and be more strategic. But I'm going to show you a simple way to do that. All right? Any questions before we move on? We are going to get a break, you guys, between now and the time that we do the activity. But how many of you guys need like a quick restroom break? You need to just get out of the room for a hot second before we move forward? Can we do a 5-minute bio break with the understanding that I'm going to start in 5 minutes, right? And you don't want to miss anything, all right? All right, go ahead and take a 5-minute bio break. Sing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ooh, it's moving. All right. All right, we're waiting for a few more people, and we'll get started again. I'm going to start on time. Yeah, I got another 1 minute. So how many of you guys like made it to the finals? Like, that's phenomenal. I saw them yesterday. That was incredible. Are you guys excited? That's pretty awesome. I know, it's great. All right, guys. Yep, we're about 30 seconds out.
So how often is this podcast?
We do it quarterly. Yeah, quarterly. Yeah, but we're moving to monthly.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're doing monthly soon. Yeah, we're doing monthly. We got to get more members to make sure it makes sense.
Reset yourself again, or like
Yep.
just, I get so like trenched in the trenches.
We're transitioning your quarterly business matrix to monthly opportunities. They're not mandatory, but we might do a training on how to hire the right people, what to source for talent, and what are the tools to do that with. Or we might say, we're going to do this, for those of you who are working on, managing how to give feedback during difficult conversations. So we're going to have a library of offerings. And then you guys can come to the ones you want. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Yeah, we're just building it. You don't have, so you can do it in person or hybrid, whatever one you prefer. We promise 2 in person, the boot camp and the PSP Expo. Those are 2 opportunities, always in person, including your cost. But the remote, we can touch you, and if you're not coming to any of our sessions, you can still go online and find all the videos and all the tools. I live in Texas.
You do?
I do. Prosper, like 25 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, we love it here. I'm from California originally. All right, guys, we're gonna get started. I promise we'll start on time. Was that a good brain break for a moment? We needed one, right? Yeah. You're not the only one, I get it. All right, guys. I love it. Jeff was over there taking pictures of revenue, profit, service. I love that. You're capturing.
Actually, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, no, it's not weird.
My ADHD brain is whacked.
Yeah, no.
But I got to looking at the common threads for those three items.
All right, guys, we have some good insight coming over here. Yes.
All right. And started with where I started at service and went over to revenue and then profit.
Yeah.
If you look, how many of those things are going to fall under communication?
Uh-huh.
How many of those are going to be falling under efficiency?
Yes.
And I'm sure there's more I haven't got there
Accountability is another one.
Yes.
Yep.
I haven't got that.
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
But it's like those are key points that probably everybody should work on
Yeah.
because nobody's 100%.
I love that you say that. I love that you say that. You're connecting dots here that are important. So many people look at soft skills and think they're just soft skills. Like if I need it, I'll take it. So like the things you really, like not the things you can tangibly touch, like effective communication would be a soft skill because it's not like a technical skill where you're doing something with your hands. It's a soft skill that you need to know, but you have to demonstrate, right? So that's a perfect example of what we call a soft skill. I love that you asked that question because there's probably like 90 people in here who are like, or 90% who go, I don't know what a soft skill is. I didn't either. Yeah. So a soft skill, there's lots of soft skills. Accountability shouldn't be soft because you need to drive results with accountability, but people think it's a soft skill. I'll take it if I have time, people say, right? All right, so let's go ahead and go right into the stop, start, continue moving forward. I'm going to go ahead and shut this door. These are signs it's time to take a step back and reevaluate your business. And I'm looking for a volunteer who can read that out loud for the group, make sure it's loud and projected for everybody to hear. Go ahead. Thank you, Karen.
Signs it's time to step back and reevaluate your business. When growth stalls, when you're at a critical crossroads, when you are a new manager joining a team, when you or your team feel stuck after a busy season, when communication breaks down, when the results aren't what you want them to be, when you want to grow or scale your business.
These are just some examples of when you might want to do a stop, start, continue. I've had vice presidents, CEOs, executives come into a team that they've adopted or maybe transitioned into, or even a person who's been promoted up. This is one of the very first things that they do. Can you come in, Doreen, and facilitate a stop, start, continue? I need to hear the voice of the team, and I want to do it fast and quick, and I want to capture as much as I can so I know where to focus my time. It's a great tool to use no matter what level of the organization you sit. As a business owner, you have the responsibility to do this for yourself, okay? So taking a look at those bullet points, are there any that are calling out to you right now? Maybe you're at a crossroads. Maybe you are somebody new joining another business you've taken over. Is any of these sticking out to you guys? All right, which one?
Yes, I'm stuck on needing to hire, get everybody on the same team. We're in the process of hiring, but they don't have their agreement,
Yeah, yeah.
contract.
And once they have it,
And they're supposed to have all that day one and watch all the videos
yeah.
before we start Monday. And I don't know if I'm following up or they're following up.
I love that. So it's a good to bring them all and kind of reset. You can do this virtually. You do not need to do this in person. You don't even have to spend money on conducting a start, stop, continue, which is awesome.
And I'm here.
It gives you a framework.
What's going on?
Right.
And they're in Six Flags in San Antonio.
Yeah.
And then Deanna, I don't know if she's staying on top of it.
Yeah, and it's really a good time for you to have your finger on the pulse to find out, right? Anyone else? Yes, go ahead.
We're at a critical crossroads.
A critical crossroads, yeah. Many companies are these days, just so you know. Like that's, I always say that every company comes to a critical point where they must do something dramatically different in order to drive to a greater result. So you're probably in amongst a lot of people who feel they've been in that shoe too before. I have, and when we do things like this, we wonder why we didn't do it before. You know, this is good for us to do. Another one, go ahead.
I'm at, I want to grow and scale my business, but I don't necessarily want to have to double my team or my client size. I want to add in more high-ticket items like installing pool fences.
Perfect. This is the perfect activity for what you're trying to achieve. All right, anything else you want to share? Anyone else? Because if you share, someone else in the room is probably thinking, yeah, I want to do that too. Yes.
I'm actually kind of stuck between two of them.
And that's great. That means you got, you know, kill two birds with one stone, right?
So I'm at critical crossroads, but wanting to grow and scale my business.
And I love that because you know what? You, in some ways, this is like putting rubber to the road. This is how I get it done. So let's go ahead and start figuring out how we do it. I love it. One more. I saw another hand. Yes.
Where results aren't what you want them to be.
All right, how many of you guys are there? I know I can achieve more, I just don't know how to do it. I know I need to get the buy-in from my team. I know that I can tell them till I'm blue in the face, but they're not gonna change anything, right? We just need to make sure we engage more than just ourselves to make sure that that happens for ourselves. All right, so you guys can relate to it. So let's, you know what, this actually does work in situations of, no, personal life. Okay, we're gonna get ready to get up, get moving, and capture some of your thoughts, okay? Before we do, I wanna give you guys an idea of what this looks like from start to finish. So, benefits for leaders and business owners, number one, what I love about this is it's less reactive because you're opening a safe space for people to have dialogue. That is what you're doing. It is not a pressure cooker meeting where everybody has to come in and be right and perfect. So there's less reaction on your part to do stuff that you just don't want to do anymore. You get more direction. We all now know where we're headed because we all talked about it. We all gained buy-in. We all had a voice to vote. And if we didn't like it before we walked to the room, now we explain the reason behind the why, and people are on board faster. This will get you better results. So these are all the bullet points, right, of why you have benefits in the Start, Stop, Continue. I need another volunteer, and I'm looking for someone who has not talked yet today. A brand new voice to share with us what's on the board in the bullet points. Thank you, Lydia. Appreciate it.
Clarifies what is driving profit versus just keeping you busy, helps eliminate wasted time, mental energy, and effort, improves efficiency
and so much more than that. That's just a few things that will fit on the slide. This is an activity, again, guys, that I'm kind of steering towards the small business owner who's out there as a pool service professional, but this is an activity that works in small and large organizations. So I'm hoping no matter where you sit in your business, you'll see that a lot of these things apply to you as a leader, as a business owner. So how does the start, stop, continue process work? I'm going to give you guys first in this module an understanding of the full process. And then we're going to take a break. We're going to have a little coffee, get a little something to snack on, and we're going to do that for about 15 minutes so you guys can get refreshed and put your thinking hats on when you walk back in the room. When you come back in the room, you are going to go through the process. All right? You're actually going to be learners, engaged in the conversation, going through the steps in the framework that I introduced you so you guys can experience it and actually walk away with something. The second part of that hat is after you leave the room, what will I do with this? Because if you guys don't do anything outside of today, you've wasted my time and yours. And the whole goal is we are here to help you get your results that you want to achieve. So you guys will go through the process and it'll be a working session from that moment on, all the way to the end. Are you guys ready for this? All right, so the 3 big questions. We're going to introduce you 3 questions that you guys are going to answer with the start, stop, continue. What does that look like from a question perspective? Oh, sorry, I went too far. And then we're going to brainstorm. And the way we're going to brainstorm is we are not going to brainstorm as a group. If I were to pose a problem to the group, who would talk? Jeff. Michelle, his wife, points to Jeff because Jeff will do the talking. And then we'll nod our heads and we'll check out and we'll have our sidebar conversations as we keep having the same people talk. Yes, exactly. And so we will brainstorm individually, quietly. I will pose a question to the group and ask you to write. So we've given you notepads, not a book, just notepads. If you need a notepad, we'll get you one. And you will write down as much as you can in an initial just brainstorm. After you do that, we want you to critically think. So what's the difference between brainstorming and critical thinking? Do you guys know?
Brainstorming is basically writing down what firstly comes to your mind. Doesn't matter if it sounds stupid or whatever, you're just writing it down.
Capturing as many thoughts as you possibly can without thinking about it. That is brainstorming. And then you're going to look at that list critically and you're going to organize it. What are the things that actually matter? And I'm going to then show you how to organize that. Once you're done with that, we are going to get ready to take that organized list and start to have dialogue and discussion. I want to make it clear, we're not debating. The whole purpose of this is not to debate, not to say, well, that wouldn't work. How many of you guys have heard, oh, we've tried that before, it doesn't work? Every company has that, right? Because you know why? It's so much easier to tell somebody that statement of, well, we tried that, it doesn't work. Doesn't mean it was done effectively the first time, or that things didn't change this time, and now we want to do it differently and try another angle, okay? All right, so the start, stop, continue. Here are the 3 questions. You guys don't need to write this down, but you can take it on your phone if you want to. I'm going to give it to you while you guys are doing your exercise. Stop. What should we stop doing that wastes time, energy, and money? That's the first question. What should we, our company, those activities that we're doing, what should we stop doing because it does not make money, save money, ensure customer satisfaction, take care of our talent, and ensure safety? Remember this activity you guys did this morning? Method to the madness. That's the questions, okay? Anybody want to guess what number 2 is? Continue. What is working well and should continue and stay in place moving forward? Because it's actually doing something, revenue, profit, service, associate engagement, or safety. And your goal is really to find things you should stop doing, guys. That is the goal here, because if you can't find anything you should stop doing, you're in trouble, because you probably won't be able to start doing anything new, because there's no more bandwidth left, right? Oh, absolutely. I've been doing this for over 25 years. I've never had a group of people say, oh, we should not stop anything. We do everything so perfectly. Question your assumptions. That is so critical. Question your assumptions. All right, then when you do those two things, the last question. So notice, you guys, we start with a stop on purpose. We go to continue because we need to know what we should keep doing. And then we focus on the start last. And the start question is, what should we start doing that would improve our results? Get me that sales I'm looking for. Capture that, savings I should be looking at. How many of you guys have subscriptions to different places on your phone and you're not sure how much you're spending on subscriptions? I guarantee you guys, look at the number, it's going to shock you, okay? So that little thing could save you money. So maybe you should probably analyze what subscriptions you have out there to save money on the bottom line. One example, start. So the reason we do start, so why don't we start with start? That's kind of weird to say it that way. Why did we not start with start?
Because you want to weed out what you're already doing.
Weed out what you're already doing. What else?
I think that top is the most important.
Yeah, the top is wasteful. And it's unproductive and it's non-value add. So you need to start there. So because if you think about the start and all the things you possibly want to do, you don't have a good understanding whether or not you can. And then Addison?
I was going to add to it and say you need to stop. You need to make room for the things that are being effective. Yes.
You need to make room for the things that will be more effective. So you need to stop doing that. We always say the stupid because usually you find out it's pretty stupid stuff. I'll come right over to you, Justin, in just a moment. Go ahead.
You don't want to end on negative.
Yeah, that's not really why we do it, but that's not bad. I mean, when you think about it, you want to end with motivation, right? And not necessarily something you're just not going to be able to do anymore. I love it. Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you started with start, then you would add to your list that you have to go through for stop.
You got it. Yeah, you would just keep. Is efficiency, absolutely. And then yes, keep going.
Prioritize what you're already good at.
Oh my God, prioritize. That is key. That's what this can do, is give you a lot of overwhelming, oh my gosh, I have too much to do. And then you quit at the start because it feels impossible, right? So you want to prioritize what you need. And then Jeff, anything to add? We are creatures of habit. So true. You see, you thought you would bring nothing today. And so you do. Moments of brilliance. I'm just telling you that, Jeff. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. We are habitual people, and we are doing things because we've always done them, and it's costly to companies. I worked with JCPenney headquarters, and we did this all the time, and even though we went through the exercise, we had leaders who swore they would make sure that things got implemented. We are creatures of habit by people. And so I remember the CEO sharing with us in a very big top talent meeting that he received 5 different reports on a daily basis. And those 5 different reports were generated by 5 different teams. And those 5 different reports all said different numbers. And he was like, why do I have 5 reports not saying the same thing, aligning to the same? Because we work in silos as big organizations, right? We work in silos. And that person who was generating that report, or those people, thought my job is so valuable to the company. They need me. It's busy work. It feels good to generate a report. So we all agreed we were going to take the 5 reports and get down to 3. And those 3 reports would be an alignment with the solid number and detailed with other stuff that he needed.
You said stopping. I think of sometimes if you just go forward and you haven't looked at the degrees, okay, kind of like a ship.
Yeah.
If a ship is off just certain degrees,
Yeah.
if you continue, it's
Yes.
going to be way, way, way off.
And that's what happens with, oh, good analogy.
Moving forward, if you stop for a minute.
Yes.
And the Bible says rest on the 7th day. There's
A reason.
There is a reset, a
Yeah,
rest.
yeah.
There's a reason why.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you can stop and be introspective and evaluate.
Introspective and evaluate. So we did all that with JCPenney, and guess what? 6 months later, we sat in a meeting with the CEO, and guess what? He was still getting 5 reports. Shocking, right? Why do you guys think he was still getting 5 reports? Habits. Because a leader didn't want to go back to his team or her team and say, we're going to need to change your job. This is not what the CEO wants. Shame on that leader, right? Because the CEO directed it. This is human nature. We will do whatever we will skirt if we can. There was other leaders who said, no, this is serious and we have to do something different. I'll just give you one last story. I came into an organization with Hilton and I met with every person on day one to say, hey, what's your biggest frustration? Let me get to know you. And I found out by the end of the day, there was one big problem they felt they had. There was 13 people and they were responsible for, it's a large convention hotel. And whenever somebody from the convention would book a big block of rooms, they dumped as all double queens in their system because someone didn't figure out how to give the inventory to the convention bureau. So this individual person would have to go through 800 reservations, 1,500 reservations, and click 19 times to get into the reservation and change that booking from a double queen to a king. That is a lot of time and wasted energy, isn't it? And that was a stupid thing for them to do. So they were frustrated by it. And I was like, well, we're going to solve this for you. And so I called a few people. I got people involved. And I was like, I don't know how to solve it, but let's find out how. I called a meeting with 3 people I was told would probably help me solve it. Within 15 minutes in that meeting, this guy goes, well, I just need to have your room count. And once I put the room count in our system, it'll go into the right room block. You only need, here you go. And he went back, he fixed it within 3 days. The purpose of my story is I went back to my team and said, guess what, guys? I've got great news. We have solved this problem for you. You will no longer have to go in and spend 3 days changing rooms. The room types will be just dumped in perfectly. How do you think they reacted? What? I thought I was going to get like a whole like champagne popping like party. They weren't happy. They were not happy. Well, now what are you going to make us do that we're not doing that? What, you're going to make us go sell, and I hate selling. I mean, it was like every excuse under the book you can find. They didn't like it because it was change. It felt easy to just change room blocks. I hate doing it, but I'm going to do it because it's easy. But now what are you going to make me do? I bet you're going to give me more contracts to handle. You guys, this is human nature. This is human nature, okay? I bet you guys can come up with stories just like that, where you've solved problems, right, Antonio? You've solved a problem for somebody, and they're not happy, right? Can you give a real-world example for the group? Because they can't relate to hotels, but please give a real-world perspective. Oh, yeah, you have a question first or a comment?
I was going to ask you, so what did they do? Did they just fire them?
Oh, no. I had to explain the reason behind the why. I had to do the leadership tap dance. Well, this is all great news, guys, and here's what we're going to do. It'll be more efficient here, but, and then I had to give them the reason why we would not want to do that anymore. And then eventually they jump on board and they all go through change differently, and they eventually were happy about it, but not initially because it was change. Good. Thank you for letting me wrap that up with a bow. Go ahead. You guys, we have a real-world perspective over here.
Real-world example is, guys who just, clean pools, adjust chemistry. They want to move up, they complain about it, they don't like, they're tired of just cleaning pools. They want the next step. So you offer them the next step. Okay, how about you start ordering inventory or keeping track of this? And then they get frustrated because they don't want to do that. They just want to not clean pools. So they get frustrated because now you're giving them more responsibilities, and then they actually don't want that.
Yeah.
Because it's harder, right? It's change.
It's
You have to learn
change.
something new.
Yeah.
And then eventually you can get them in there, but maybe they're not the right fit and they just stay cleaning pools. So.
Right.
It's not the job they were hired to do.
It's not the job they were hired. We never hear that, right?
I have an example of a client that had a job completed for them, and they were upset because it was done right. And yeah, so it's crazy, but DE filter cleaning, I sent him to do it. It was on like I believe a rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
He still went out there and did it.
Mm-hmm.
And he cleaned it, took the pictures for the report, put her hose back where it was, and made sure there was no DE in her blades of grass.
Yeah.
And so she calls me and says, he didn't do it. I was like, what do you mean he didn't do it? She said, there's no evidence of him having done it.
No evidence of being in the backyard.
No evidence of him being in the backyard.
Oh, wow.
And in my mind, I was like, man, good job. So I was like, okay. So I said, and I asked him, I said, well, where did you do it? He said, I did it over near the fence. I went there, and if I didn't know what DE looked like, and I went like this,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had any evidence. But
Wow.
she said that the reason that she also didn't see evidence there would be water there still now.
Right?
That's what she said. There
But-
would be water there. I said, well, ma'am, it rained yesterday.
Right.
So, and I said, so if there's no evidence of the rain yesterday, why would there be evidence of the hose being used yesterday?
Good. Critical thinking.
You have the pictures.
Wow.
So that-
Yeah.
So he did such a good job.
Wow.
Putting everything back exactly how he found it.
Yeah. I love it, you guys. I love it. I love the real world examples. So you guys know me, I like to demonstrate things. Okay, so we're gonna demonstrate something right now. So how many of you guys are competitive? Raise your hand. You're competitive. You guys aren't, Kevin, you're not competitive? I was gonna say, I bet you're competitive. All right. All right, so okay, you guys, safety first, safety first. Everybody who has not been involved in the activity I'm about to share, if you have done this, you are not going to do it. And I know who you are because you've been in my class. A couple of you. A couple of you. So what I need is anybody who has done, and do not give away secrets because I will take you down, all right? Who has done the handshake exercise? If you have gotten together with a partner and handshake exercise, come up right now and stand here because you're going to learn something new today. If you've done the handshake exercise, I need you to come up. All right, everybody else. That's right, Jeanette, you at the Women's Summit, so come on over, you'll figure it out. That's right, you did. All right.
Remember how bad Antonio was at it?
I do, I remember it. Okay, guys, stand here. I'm giving you guys another job. Okay, you guys are not off the hook. You guys have phase 2 of this, all right? You can move out, you can move out. Everybody else, I need you to listen. I need you to find a partner with somebody you did not come with today. I need you to partner up with that person and stand all over the room. Spread out. You can't be in the middle here. You have to be spread out around the room, okay? Ready? Let's do this fast, guys. Stand up and find a partner and then pay attention. Don't give away secrets, kid. Don't give away secrets, you guys. I need you guys are going to listen to me talk about what you're seeing, okay? So, because you guys were so involved, you guys didn't see the whole picture. You guys need some space. You need some space. Antonio, will you be my partner to share? Okay, hold on. I need you guys to go ahead and scoot over that way a little bit, just over here. You guys, we have some room over here. You guys need some room. We need a partner. You want to watch? Okay, okay. I want you guys to stand over here. You guys will see it. Trust me, you guys will not miss it. Okay. All right, you guys ready? I need everybody to pay attention. We have a partner right here. Mia needs a partner. We need one more person who. One of you guys can be a partner with Mia. Stephanie. Stephanie's gonna be your partner. Mia. Stephanie's gonna be your partner. Just do not do. Yeah. Just go. She doesn't remember. She doesn't remember. All right. Ready. Everybody pay attention to me, and then Antonio and I are going to demonstrate. So let's go ahead and go this way, Antonio, so they can see, okay? So what you're going to do with your partner is just put your foot next to your partner in a minute, not yet, because you guys are competitive, right? I know I can see, look at Kevin, he's like, I'm going. All right, you're going to shake your partner's hand, that's all, okay? When you get in the handshake, right here in the middle of the two of your hands, right? This right here is the passing point. And so when I get my middle of my hand to his hip, I scored a point. You were not paying attention. All right, so what your goal is to get in your stance with your partner, shake their hand. You have, hold on guys, you have 20 seconds to score as many points as you possibly can in 20 seconds. Get ready, get in stance, ready, set, go! Stop! All right, stop. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Shh. Holy cow. We have a lot of competitive people in this room. I'm dying to hear what your guys' results were. How many points did you guys score? 10. 10. Yeah. You scored 10. He thinks so. He's not sure he's going with it, right? All right, you guys were worried over there. How many? 1-1? 1, 1, even scale. All right, 1, 1. How many? 3. All right, fantastic. You guys, how many? 4 and 3. How many? Oh, all right. You guys listen to you guys? You guys, how many did you guys get?
46.
Wait, did you hear that over there? How many? 46 points. So Kevin, here he goes. I want you guys, no. I want you guys to demonstrate what you did. Come over here, guys. All right, ready? Let's show how this worked. Okay, ready? Ready? You guys just demonstrate how you guys got 1, 1. That's how they got 1, 1. Keep going. You guys are working? All right, stop. Demonstrate how you got 46.
Well, when we started fighting, and I just said, let's work together. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Round of applause, you guys. Round of applause. Okay, guys, I set you up a little bit, right? Did I set you up? I said the question, you guys. I said the question. Am I yelling at these poor people? Are you living over there? All right. Why does this matter? We talked about it. Jeff mentioned habit. We are competitive creatures by nature. So we will always put on that competitive hat, even when we say it's not competitive, because we think, well, I got to win. I got somebody over here that's going to take me down if I don't fight back. You guys figured it out that the goal that I said was what, everybody? No, I didn't say the word collaboration. I said what? I said score as many points as you possibly can in 20 seconds. Does that make sense? All right. How does this pertain to real world? Score as many sales as you possibly can. Save as much money as you possibly can. And what are your human beings doing? Well, it's his company, not mine. Get it? That's human behavior. All right, guys, give yourselves a round of applause. And then have a seat. Let me, who was the ones? Yeah. All right, you guys, come over here. So, why that mattered that you guys did that? Well, you guys, she's over there. Where'd she go?
I got an example of that.
Yeah?
Toll roads.
Let's tell everybody, because I want to hear everybody. This is all, yeah, toll road and driving.
Because I'm covering the cost, but it's not helping me.
Oh, toll roads, yes.
So if I say, okay, you can use the toll road to get to your pool as fast as you want, but you're covering
yes,
the cost.
share that with everybody. That's
Now-
perfect. Love it. Yeah, have a seat, you guys. Okay, so the reason I wanted you guys is I wanted you guys to watch what everybody else was doing, and then you can see that they literally fight. I mean, down to the death. I mean, they'll take each other down. That's human behavior. So thanks, you guys. All right. All right, guys. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay.
Only one group.
Okay.
Only one group.
Only one. Only one. You guys, let me tell you guys, bring it back. Bring it back. We have a real world. We have an example. I love that you guys know my shush secret. I love it. So we actually have a real world example of where you see this in the real world. So will you share it with everybody?
Toll roads. So in order for my tech to get to the pools faster, he takes the toll road. I cover the cost, but he's eroding the margin. So I said, if you want to take the toll road, I got a toll tag, that's fine, but you're going to cover the cost. If you want to get to the pool quicker, then that's on you. So rather than eroding my margin, I'm giving him the option to take the tolls and pay for it himself, or not take the tolls and keep that money in his pocket.
And the interesting part of that is that's probably a cost savings, right, to you, right? And a decision and ownership to him. So is that something that do you hear any complaints about that though? Like, well, you used to pay for the toll roads, but you don't anymore. And like, it takes me longer to get there. No?
No complaints.
Good.
Stop taking toll roads.
Perfect example of saving money, right? It's a real world example. I love it.
Well, I just want to ask a question. I'm not trying to bash, but
Yeah.
Is he an employee or is he a 1099? Because
Employee.
Okay. Does it matter, since he's an employee, is there any employment laws that prohibit him from going through a toll?
No. Not that I would think of.
You can tell him not to take the highway and
If it's going to cost you extra money, here's the thing though, I'm not saying that everybody should do this. I'm saying it is a empowerment, if you will, to say, I can save some money if you decide to do this, but you can do this and you'll just, incur the cost. And the reason, I don't know if there's a reason why you wouldn't do that, Edgar, for any reason, maybe?
I feel like if they're hourly, you might want to do the math to see if
That's what I was thinking.
to drive
He's
around.
taking the cost.
So I-
Because his employee's taking longer.
That's what I was wondering. So I was going to say, that's exactly why dialogue is so important. I was thinking the same thing you were, is that it may be, so is it taking longer? What they're saying is well, I'm going to let him say it, okay? So yeah, go ahead, you guys. It could be a bottom line cost, but now you might be creating a new problem is what people are saying. They're saying, well, then they're slower to the job, which means it may take them more time, which means they can't cover as many pools. That's a possibility, right?
So on that fact,
Yeah.
say, like we have told our guy, like if it's gonna take you longer than 10 minutes drive extra, than taking the toll, to take the toll, and we'll still cover the cost.
Ah,
Because pools should take, in general, right, 10 to 15 minutes of service. In general, that's for us. So if it's longer than that, we'll cover the cost.
yeah.
So he doesn't have to hop on a toll to get to any pool. It's to work and back.
Oh, okay, wait. Here's what I love about this. Okay, hold on for a minute, guys. Hold on. Another comment over here. Yeah.
So it could be counterproductive a little bit, because he may know that if he jumps on the toll road, he can make it there in 15 minutes. So if he oversleeps, right, he won't be late. He takes the toll road, so.
But that happens on a day, like maybe once versus every day.
No, it's
Well,
not. It's habitual.
well, that's a whole other problem. We can talk about that. That's a whole other problem we'll talk about. You guys, wait, let me just really drive something home. Here's what I'm loving about this. You guys naturally, organically went to where we're headed next, which is, I have an idea, I have a perspective, but wait, there's more. Let me give you the reason behind the why and the, oh, we should put that on the list. So you guys are actually going through the process of start, stop, continue, all right? So I want to continue. Sound good? So that activity was all about getting you guys understanding that even when we say things, people will not change behavior. So we have to make it clear. So you guys are going to define, we're going to define what stop, start, continue is a little bit deeper than what we did before. Okay, so remember I said that there are 3 big questions. We have to understand that activities for start, what you're currently not doing, implemented but should be started because they will have a positive impact overall company goals and objectives. Give me an example of a company goal or objective.
So a company goal is going to be obviously like timely customer service. So
Okay, yep,
I need to create an SOP that they can start following to follow through I've identified a problem, I reported the problem, I have a solution to the problem, and next week I'm going to implement it and not forget the problem.
yep,
So part of the SOP is going to be me getting, my alert in the CRM and creating a separate work order.
Yep.
Instead of me assuming that they're going to remember to do it on just the regular service stop for
Yep.
their service.
So I'm going to stop you there for a moment because you did what everybody does, which is I'm going to give you the solution. And all I needed was, what was a goal? So the goal is, you said it, in the timely customer service. Get that? We do that as humans. We just go and say, here's the solution. And you said everything perfectly. In fact, he's already starting his work, which is so great because that's what we do. We're going to be action oriented. So that's where we're going to end up, right? Sales, profit, service, associate engagement, and what? Those are what you're measuring for company goals. So when I say company goals and objectives, don't make it bigger than it is. Sales, profit, service, associate, that's the conversation that you guys are going to have, okay? Stop. Activities within the day-to-day flow or processes that are not helping you to achieve those goals of sales, profit, service. And they should be stopped because there's no value add to the company. You're probably wasting time, resources, or something. And then activities for continue are the things that are working well and should be continued because they support the success of the overall business. So we are going to go and get started as soon as we have a coffee break on you guys conducting Start, Stop, Continue with me helping you guys facilitate it. And I'm not going to go through this, but I'm going to leave it on the slide for you guys to look at when you guys are going through your brainstorming. Feel free to take a picture if you want, but it's here for you guys to look at. Considerations that you can have in your pocket as you guys are thinking through what you want to put. Now I'll put this back up on the slide in just a moment. These are the considerations for each bucket. Are you guys okay if I skip ahead for a minute? Here's the process you go through from start to finish with start, stop, continue. Step 1 is on the left-hand side in just a moment to come up on the screen. The very first thing you have to do is you have to set the tone. You have to bring people into the framework. They have to understand where the journey is going to take them. I could have started at 10:15 going, think about all the things you're going to stop, think of all the things you're going to continue, and you guys would come up with a list this big. Maybe, if we're lucky. Why did we just spend the first hour, hour and a half going through all the things we went through this morning? Remind you of the destination and where you're headed. I had to give you some context so you guys can connect to it, and now you guys are ready. Are you guys ready? You guys are ready to do this work? All right. Number 2, you have to give time for reflection and brainstorming. And you do that in a very specific way, which we will do together. I will show you what that looks like. We then go and have discussion. Very simply what we were doing just a moment ago. Here's an idea. I'm going to throw it out there to a small group of people, and you guys have some discussion. Not debate, discussion. For those of you who are out in the YouTube world, and you're wondering, well, who do I talk to? I'm sitting in a room by myself. You guys can talk amongst the chat in YouTube. You guys can, chat it down and get it down today and then talk tomorrow or with your team next week. Talk to yourself, that's always fun. And then, after we do that, you're gonna get a little bit of time to be able to prioritize the list. And there is a technique to how you prioritize. You're gonna think you know, you're gonna have an exercise I'm gonna give you, and then you're gonna either validate that no, or you're gonna change your plan based on what we do. The last thing you do, and we're not doing this today, but it is a really important part of the process, is you guys create an action plan. Here is the good news to an action plan. You don't have a spreadsheet. You don't need to know Excel. You literally have to have what Edgar has in his office, a whiteboard, right? Tell them about the board you have in your office. Like, why is that everything to you?
So the way that my brain works is, I think like a lot of pool pros, I've got the ADHD, right? I want to do 50 different things at 50 different times. My monitor's humongous, so I could have 15 things open, right? But my board is my safe space because anytime that I have that thought, that goes onto that board, right? I have it in front of me. It's visually right there. As I start to wander off into different things, it brings me back home. And then what I'm able to do with all that information is I can sit there and go, these are the 10 things that I have to get done today, right? And they're on the right side of my board, and as I go through those, I check those off, right? To me, all these different tasks that I have of 1,000 things going on, that prevents me from forgetting I was supposed to do this or I was supposed to do that. Yes, there is computer systems. Yes, there's app. Yes, there's all those. But when I have that board, I am manually writing it. I'm constantly seeing it on my board. I'm constantly erasing and shuffling over that list. And it allows me to keep everything on track and make sure that I complete everything.
And I love it. When I walk in that room for the office meeting that we have once a week, I always look at the board. How big is this meeting going to be? It's a really scary board, you guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like, where's Doreen's name on that? I don't know. But it's great.
I should have a picture of the board, but
You should.
probably watch it when we do our Instagram live.
Yeah.
Back there where we
It's awesome.
can see.
Yeah.
It's real.
It's real.
And as the year starts, it gets really full, and then like in November, December, it's like. oh,
Check, 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 check. It feels really accomplished. So my whole point to that is you don't need a spreadsheet, guys, to have an action plan. In fact, I've seen pretty spreadsheets and nothing happens. I've seen a board and shit happens. All right? Seriously. So I don't care what the plan is, put a plan in place, however it works for you. And then, gosh, this is the thing that most leaders don't do. And I'm going to tell you this because I come into executive board meetings or I come into rooms where people swear it's going to happen. And then they still have the same problems next year. And I'm like, what did you do? Where's your checklist? Oh, I don't know. That was a really fun activity. And I'm like, fun activity? It's going to change your world. But follow up and repeat is so important. Sustainability, write that down. Sustainability. You want it to sustain beyond the moment. Yes.
Where do you build your dashboards to keep track of it?
You're talking about the action plan?
Rather than like to automate it, rather than having to.
Oh, you can do, I do it. I use Excel. I use an Excel workbook. Are you talking about like the action plan itself?
Talking about if there's a onboarding process for a client, what's the dashboard that you guys use to like make sure it's all?
So there's a lot, it's not just a dashboard. So yes, there are dashboards in organizations all the time managing those 5 KPIs. So there's an onboarding dashboard. There's a process for the onboarding process. That's a process and all how you measure the KPIs. I've had a balanced scorecard. I've had people who use Excel worksheets. I mean, what have you seen?
Come over and see me and I'll share my Milanote with you.
Oh, Milanote's another way. I use OneNote for all note taking. Like there's 1,000 different things you can do. There's not one, is my point. There's not just one.
The thing that I want to do is jump in really quickly. You hit on something that's really huge and how important consistency is to success.
Yeah.
Right? And I think we work in an industry, right, that we're doing all these different things, whether servicing or repairs or dealing with employees and customers and everything that comes at us is this constant chaos of all these different things, right? And so one of the things that we don't focus on is the consistency. And I'll tell you what I truly believe has been a lot of success to Pool Nation has been our dedication to consistency. What do I mean by that? Very simple. From the first day that Zach, John, and I said we're going to do a podcast, right? We talked about doing the podcast every Friday, but it was like, it's going to be every Friday at 11 o'clock, period. No excuses. No, I got this going on. No, I got that going on. And you have to remember that Zach and John, they still run their businesses, right? They still deal with a lot of chaos. There's lots of times that Zach is scrambling to the last minute and he jumps on like 5 minutes before because but we made the commitment that consistency was going to be the key to our success. When we started doing Instagram Live, right? We said it's going to be every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, period, end of story. None of this, I don't have time or I can't today. And if you're going to commit, commit. Yeah. Okay? Our Instagram Live, some people come to us and they go, oh, well, you only have 30 people on there, at night watching. What's the big deal? Well, we've been doing it for about 5 years and we've had over 200,000 people view. But that's because of the consistency and the commitment that we've made. When we started doing the education, how many people do you think showed up? Not very many. But we promised ourselves that every year we were going to do 2 boot camps, whether it worked or whether it didn't work, and we would adjust. And the same thing is for any business that you do. You have to pick your things and you have to be relentless and consistent at it. It can't be that you're going to go work on this one thing today. It didn't work. Your employees didn't follow up and, oh, well, it didn't work. I'm moving on to something else. Whatever it is that you guys pick to work on, you have to have the commitment to that follow up and repeat. If not, you won't be successful at it. And remember that we work in an industry that we're constantly being pulled in 50 different directions. So consistency on anything that you guys pick to do is going to be the key to your success. It could be at the beginning it's not working, but you're consistent at it, you commit to it, you adjust, you change it, and you will see that grow. And we truly believe as Pool Nation, that has been our #1 key to success, is that we have committed, and there's no excuses. There's no, I don't have time. There's no, my business is busy here, my business is busy there. It's, we're gonna show up, we're gonna be there. And now what happens, especially with Pool Nation, when we say that we're gonna do something, people know that we're gonna do it, right? People can rest assured that we're gonna do that because of that commitment. So in this exercise that you guys do, my biggest challenge to you is don't do it here and then go back and not do it, because we got these 50 different things. Commit to that one thing and drive it all the way home.
Yeah, and be okay to iterate. Be okay to iterate. Just because you are consistent, you should adjust if something's not working, but just don't quit or say it didn't work at all right? You lose the momentum. You guys get it? Yeah, thank you so much, Edgar. That was such a valid point. Thank you for sharing. All right, you guys, I don't know. Do you guys need 10 minutes, 15 minutes? What do you guys need? Because the more time you take, the less time you have to do the activity. What do you guys want? 10, 15? 10 minutes, you guys, right now. It is exactly 12:01. Be back here at 12:11. We're on a countdown for less than a minute. I'm starting at 12:11. Yeah. Antonio, have I ever told you that there's 3 different people who come into my rooms?
Oh, yeah?
Actually, there's 4. There's the prisoner. Edgar told me to be here. Or Antonio said I had to come. And they're like, she's just my jail warden. Like, she'll tell me when I can go to the bathroom, when I can eat. I'm just here until she lets me go. There's a vacationer. Oh, I love these things because they're going to feed me and they tell good stories and this is not my real job. And then there's the explorer who's like, I'm going to learn something no matter what she does because I value my time. You're an explorer. And then I always say there's the expert in the room too. And that's the one, like you better be leveraging their expertise or you're just stupid as a facilitator. But it's true, yeah. And I always say my goal is to like not make you the prisoner.
You already know, so you need a new one.
Thank you for that. I have mine still. Do you know that? I still have the one you gave me. I do. I love this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we're going to start. All right, here we go. It's 12:11. You guys are going to get a head start, and everybody else is going to be lost. Isn't that cool? All right. We are going to start right now, and I want to make sure that people in YouTube land can hear me okay, right? All right.
I'm just going to complain I was given a task, but I was given half of the instructions.
Raise your hand.
I'll give, no, don't do it yet. No, I'm not there. Did I haven't told you. The groups have not happened yet. All right, ready?
He's like, go give this out to the
All right, guys, ready? Here we go. I want to start because you guys, there's some problems we can solve right now. All right. So the very first thing we're going to do is brainstorm. You're going to brainstorm your start, stop, continue questions. What do I want to stop doing? What do I want to continue to do? And then don't do the start. Don't do start. Do stop and continue first, then start last, okay? So I want you guys to spend some time on your own to brainstorm your list. I'm going to give you guys a timer. And the reason I'm timing you is we can do this all day long. I want you thinking in the moment, fast and furiously. Get as much as you can down on the list. I'm only going to give you several minutes, and that is it. You're then going to be focusing those answers on the results. Does it tie to sales? Does it tie to profit? Does it tie to service? But get it on a piece of paper, okay? And then be prepared for the next step, which will be to organize that list, okay? So I need you guys to go to a blank piece of paper if you haven't, or at least get yourself not out of your notes. Make sure you have start, stop, continue. 3 different columns. It'll organize it for you afterwards, okay? We are going to give you 5 minutes to get as many let's do 3 minutes to get as many stops on your list as possible. Working on stop only, individual reflection, all the things you guys should stop doing. 3 minutes of everything you should stop doing. Those of you who are virtual, go ahead and work on your stop list only. You don't even have to talk about it because remember, we're going to do that later. You just need to be quiet and capture everybody's voice. This should be individual work. We now have 2.5 minutes to capture as many things as you should stop doing in your company. That's all you're doing, stop. And start with a new piece of paper, guys. This is not your notes. This is a stop list. So a new piece of paper. You got it. I told them, yeah. Working on your stop list only. Remember, people need quiet, so we'll just be quiet for the next 2 minutes. I will put this on the screen to help you. anything that's inefficient, a waste of time or resources, has negative impact on the way people feel at work, if it's a cultural thing, do not help achieve any company goals, they should stop being done. If you're stumped and you're a leader and you should stop doing something because somebody else could do it too instead, that could be a stop. I'm going to stop handling a customer complaint because I have a technician who could do that and then it could escalate to me. Even considerations, I'm going to stop taking customers who are not profitable. I'm going to stop buying supplies before I take inventory. I'm going to stop hiring people who aren't workers. Who aren't workers. They're not performing. They're just showing up. I'm going to stop allowing people to be late to work. Or I'm going to hold people accountable to it. Where's your list? Work. You were working.
He had one. He goes, I'm going to stop going to the office. I'm like,
You gotta work. You're supposed to be working, Zach. You have a team. I expect you to do this with your team. Thank you. That looks great.
on his start list, I'm going to be a comedian.
Like, Zach, I want to see your start, stop, continue list with your team when it's a homework assignment for you. No wrong answer. Anyone done with their list? Stumped? Don't have anywhere else to go with it? We give you 30 more seconds to finish where you are. Again, you can continue later. We're just going through the process.
I have a lot of slow downs, not stop.
That's okay. That's okay.
Can I put those on there? Maybe just slow down?
You should still put them on there as a maybe to consider, because they might be actually a stop and you don't know it, right? Or maybe it's a different approach. Maybe it's a merge. It's a yield with a new direction, maybe? Okay. All right, guys, let's stop there. You guys got the process. Put your thinking hats on right now. Wow, some of you guys have some good long lists to consider. Remember, you're considering these. I now want you to think about the things that you have to continue to do, and just think of the big stuff. Don't think of the little stuff. Think of the big stuff right now that I have to continue to do this because it drives sales. And you're not going to get the whole list done in 3 minutes, but I want to see how long your list can get in 3 minutes. Shifting the focus. Everybody at home too. What do I need to continue to do because it drives activity that drives a business outcome that I need? Sales, profit, service, talent, safety. Go. And I'm actually going to change my mind and give everybody, all of them. You know why? Because I'm going to let them take them home and keep their list going. So let's give everybody a stack of, I don't know how many you did. It's just like this, right? You just took?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and get
Oh, every single
everybody.
person.
Yeah, I just realized because they can take them home
Got it.
and use them, right? That's one. I'll do red. I'll do red across.
How
How many
many?
do we need? How many people, Edgar, do we have in the room? Oh, 28. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want. Just like that.
I got it. Sorry.
No, I want you to do green.
Yeah, I'll lay them all out.
I can help. Doing nothing while they're doing. No, they're fine. They're good. You just give them the bigger team. All right, 30. 30 are in the room. You said 30? 30. I'll look.
What is our existing?
20. You need 10 more.
Split those down a lot.
That's all right. Again, it's just as many as we can. You're good? Or do you need more red?
Yeah, we need more.
Okay. At least to get, everybody has a few. That's really what I need. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep going. Anybody's hand sore yet? That's okay. All right, stop there because I want to give you more time. I want you to come up with 2 things that if things went really, really well for you, that you would want to start doing. Now, keep this in mind. You can actually go longer than 2. I know that some of you will be battling in your head, well, this costs me money. Can I really afford it? Is it the right time? No, does not matter. What, if I could, in a perfect world, start doing in order to achieve a greater outcome? Come up with at least 2. If you can come up with more, even better. I want to hire my first hire. Don't debate in your head. Yes?
Just kind of general, short-term or long-term?
It can be short-term and long-term, and you can even organize it that way if you wanted to. These are the things I need to start doing short-time, low-hanging fruit. I can do this easily. These are what I want to do long-term. They're bigger, but I'm going to put it on the list because I really want to strive for that. Good clarification. Cross-sell, cross-selling. Yeah, I want to cross. Yeah, I want every employee or myself to cross-sell. Yeah, good question. I'm going to come to you in a minute with that thing we talked about with, okay. Or that you came to me about. Michelle, how's he doing? Is he working? Is he like really getting something out of this? Is he just faking it?
You never know with me.
I love it. All right. How's our YouTube folks doing at home? I hope they're working hard. Okay. Okay, let me go behind you with green. Oh, did you count how many or do I? Okay.
They're all established.
Doesn't it matter if they're pretty? Because they will take them off.
Right. Matters to me.
No, I know it does.
Edgar
Sorry.
makes
Did
me
he?
things pretty.
No. Right now, they're going to be using them everywhere. They can borrow from a friend if they run out. Did I need to hoard stickies? You think I'm kidding? I'm being dead serious. Okay, we're almost done. And I don't want to have people come over and get them because it'll be chaotic and take time. So do you mind passing them around? What's going on?
I'm missing you over here today. She sends me a little picture. She's like, I'm out for the count.
Oh,
She's got a
why
migraine.
she had a migraine because of yesterday, probably, yeah. Probably too much. Okay.
Start handing these out.
We need everybody to get, okay. All right, everybody should at least have 1 or 2 items. You guys have more time to think about it, I promise. Okay, shake those hands out, everybody. Shake those hands out. I know that was a lot of work for you guys to write, okay? We are now going to send you guys sticky notes. Red, yellow, green. Take the stack of red, yellow, and green. And you're going to take that list you guys wrote down, and you're going to go ahead and put 1 idea per sticky note. 1 idea on the red for stop. So you might have 5 sticky notes with the things you're going to stop doing, okay? Don't prioritize yet. But if you've got a list there, start with a few and get some stops, starts, and continues. Try to find the big ones that you guys really know easy to stop, definitely want to continue, I want to start. You guys can start that now, and I'm going to give you a solid 8 minutes to fill out one idea per sticky. You're going to have some reds of the things you're going to stop, one idea each, some yellows and some greens. Are you guys ready for that? And then just put them at the top here, and we'll get to them next. That's the next part. Okay. I know I'm having you guys write twice. That's because this time you're making sure it's the big stuff, the good ideas, the ones you want to start with. Anything you want to start on your start list, write them on green. Your continue list, one idea per sticky note. That's so critical, you guys. One idea per sticky. Let me say it again. One idea per sticky. So important. Don't write more than one idea on one sticky note. All the continues go on green. All the starts go on green, all the continue go on yellow, and all the stops go on red. As many as you want, and for 8 minutes. But you can get the big ones if you want, or I would do as many as you can. Okay. You guys, I'm going to erase the revenue profit service. Are you guys okay with that? Because you guys have my slides. You guys want me to take a picture? Edgar, Zach, someone, can you guys get a picture of it, of those 3 lists? Sorry. Well, we need to pick a picture first. And then oh wait, do we not have a thing to erase? Yeah, we do, right here. Okay. Yeah, that'd be great, because they want it. And then I'll go to the one. Oh, Zach, would you mind being the one? Thank you. See, Zach's my right hand, my left hand, my left foot, my right arm.
Do I erase now or when you say?
You guys can erase now. Yeah. All right, you team right here. When you guys are ready, I'm actually going to put you at a board. Okay, Antonio? You guys are going to get assigned a board. You guys can have that whole board over there.
Okay.
And we'll talk about what you're going to do with it. Okay. Who else has a large team? I know we have this one group right here that has 4 or 5. You have a large team of people, but they're not here though, right? But this will apply to you, okay? Anyone else have a large team, 3 people or so? All right, so I mean in the room, No, in the room, okay. That's right, we're gonna use you as the, I'm gonna have 3 groups. Yeah, this will work. No, I was just, it's for my next step.
I'm saying that it's really cool
Isn't that cool?
to bring
Yeah.
a group.
He heard and he was like, wait, this might be an opportunity. But that's okay, that's why we're giving you a resource guide to go do it. Isn't this fun, you guys? Color-coded sticky notes and new ideas. I can feel the juices are flowing. Get ready to take some pictures.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun in a minute.
Oh.
But you should get some pictures of them right now, like with their sticky notes, like all being stickied in. For those of you who are remote, you guys are awesome. Just right now, make sure that you guys have at least some lists of things that you want to start, stop, and continue. If you don't have a team or you have a team, you're going to want to do the same exercise with them before you make decisions. If you're by yourself, you can compile the list, and watch what we do in the room. Look at you go.
Starting on yellow yet?
Oh yeah, you're supposed to do all of them. Yeah, keep going, guys. You're doing all of them. You're doing yellow and green. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'm running to the restroom. And we're gonna come back together as a group. Sorry about that. All right, everybody. Let's get that last thought down and let's pay attention, okay? It's like a train trying to stop it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna point when I'm ready, okay? It's a very good part. So if I could, does anybody have an idea, because the next step is discussion. So let me go up a little bit on my mouse isn't working. I guess I have to go all the way through. Okay, you guys had individual reflection. You worked on your start, stop, continue, and you put your sticky notes together. The next thing is the feedback and discussion piece. This is where we are going to share the ideas, combine some insights, and identify some patterns. So really fast, we're not going to debate. We're just going to talk through this, show you how this looks, okay? So does anybody have an idea that you said to yourself, I definitely want to stop this. It's low-hanging fruit. This is easy. It's non-value add that I want to consider. And will you share it with the group? Addison. Okay, everybody listen and pay attention.
Put, stop agreeing to jobs over emotion.
Stop agreeing to jobs over feelings or emotion. We talked about that with Edgar, right? Great stop. Give him a round of applause, you guys. That's what we're looking for. And how would that impact, Addison, sales, profit, service?
Well, it would be,
If you stop doing it, yeah.
profit, because I'd stop losing revenue over doing those things, because most of the time when you do it over emotion, you're losing money.
Which impacts profitability and also service, right? Fantastic. Good job. What's another idea that you thought, I'm going to stop? Yes.
Using my old CRM and moving over to Poolbrain.
You want to say that out loud for like the audience in the back?
Using my old CRM and finally setting up my Poolbrain.
Woo! Give him a round of applause. Yeah. And how would that impact the results? You guys, key message here. How does that impact the result?
Well, most of mine have to do with being able to manage my inventory and be more
Yeah.
And Will-Grain's integration with Heritage and having truck inventories would help a lot with that.
Fantastic. All right. You guys are, I just want you guys to hear the process. What are you going to stop? Why should you stop it? What is the impact from a business perspective? Got to ask those two questions. Validate it, put it on the list. It's only on the list. It's not a done deal yet, Kevin, just so you know. It's not a done deal yet, okay? All right. Yes, one more.
Not answering clients or my people that work for me the day of, because sometimes I don't. I'll have a text like, hey, can you please answer this? So stop doing that.
Stop not answering.
Stop not answering the day of, because
Yeah. You mean stop ignoring?
Stop ignoring, yeah, that's it. Stop
It's a nicer way of saying that, but I was like, I think I got that right.
messages lapse.
Yeah, you know what? And start, the way you can say that, you can say start replying within how many hours? Like give yourself that 6 hour like mark. That's how you change that behavior, right? That's awesome. Perfect. Good examples. One more.
Stop taking bad customers and non-profitable ones.
Yeah, and you need to know those numbers, right? And so that's fantastic. So maybe you can add that to the continue list, right? Because then you know those are good decisions. Great, you guys are getting it. Okay. The second step is that you're going to then not debate, not question, you're putting it on the list. That's it. So can I use you guys as an example? Because they need to see what this looks like from a team perspective. Yep. So we can take all of your sticky notes and just walk over there to that board. And the first board is going to be all of the green. So just put all the green on the first board. The second board, all the yellow, and all the red on the end. While you guys are going to do this, we're going to continue the conversation with continue, okay? Who has an example of something you're going to continue to do because it's making you guys business outcomes? All right, over here. You guys, right, yeah, I'll come back to you next. Okay, go ahead.
Continue to offer top quality service.
Continue to offer top quality service, not just good service, top quality. Love it. Jeff, what are you going to continue to do? I'm going to continue efficiency, focus on efficiencies. I'm going to get more efficient, but I'm going to continue in making sure I have efficiencies in place. Fantastic. What else are you going to continue to do? Yes?
Customer communication.
Okay, elaborate a little bit more on customer communication.
Like, just kind of giving them like notification or a lot of my customers never knew if their pool guy was going to be there ever.
Love it.
Missed a day. Or
So I'm going to effectively communicate with my customers the time that their pool person is scheduled, or I'm going to communicate with them on times I might be delayed. Like I'm going to communicate what?
Yeah.
Perfect. So effective communication with customers. Love it. What else?
Continue using a spin touch.
I'm going to continue using a spin touch. And where's that? Yeah, you're getting lots of head nods, but tell me why that drives a business goal.
Well, it gives a more accurate reading of the water, and the
Perfect.
customer is happier with that than just on an app where you just.
Okay. So raise your hand if you don't know what he's talking about and you don't do that. Okay, wait. Let me tell you why. That might be why we're having the conversation with other people, because you might want to put that on your start list if you learn about it. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, you guys have to hear it, connect, right? This is not about me or you, it's about we. All right, fantastic.
I just want to dig in a little bit. I want to talk about what's top quality in the industry. That way we're all on the same page of being top quality. In my opinion, using a spin touch is top quality.
Love it. Yeah. How many of you guys agree? Raise your hand. Perfect. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? But look at, there's someone who goes, I have no idea what that is. So do you understand the value of community, the value of sharing? So this is what I would say. If you don't know what it is, go figure it out. All right, guys, I'm going to start with one start. I want to find out who said we're going to start doing something that would benefit the rest of the room. So go ahead.
Follow up on quotes more aggressively.
We're going to follow up on quotes more assertively or aggressively. Yes.
Give your technicians clear career progression guidelines.
Oh my gosh, career progression, you guys. I love that. The talent piece. All right, talent. What else? Yes.
Even for the small guys like me.
Yeah.
Work-life balance.
I'm going to give myself a work-life balance because we want to avoid burnout. Give myself a round of applause, you guys. This is good. All right, anything else? Anyone else? Something you can start doing that would benefit, more than just you in the room. All right, fantastic. Addison.
Maintain a better inventory.
Maintain a better inventory. Yeah. How many of you guys think, yeah, I probably don't pay attention to my inventory very much. I probably could pay a little bit more attention to it. Okay. 2 more. Yes.
KPI measurements.
All right, so speak to it. KPI measurements, guys. Remember the dashboard question you were talking about earlier? How do I measure the dashboard? So how would you do that? Do you even know?
Well, I got with Edgar.
Okay.
And
KPI measurement. She got together with you. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna check out what he's talking about over there, and I think having that,
Mm-hmm.
I have a whiteboard, but I'm gonna admit, I asked my husband to put it up, yes, I'm calling you out if you're online, and it's not on the wall, and I can't get down there and write on it, so.
Right.
If I have those things in my face.
Yeah.
It's in my face every day.
I love it.
Stay focused. I find myself squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah, shiny quarter, shiny nickel. That's what we call it. Squirrel, squirrel. How many of you guys are there now?
So if I have those KPIs, that'll help keep me on track
Yeah.
throughout the year.
I love it. Okay, great. And then yes, Zach.
Increase tech ownership of accounts and empower them to solve problems.
I got chills just now. Say that out loud one more time.
Increase tech ownership of accounts and empower them to solve problems.
Now, by telling them that's their new way, do you think they're just going to jump on board? Remember that? Remember this? That's not going to happen. So you have to
SOPs.
create SOPs to give them the tools to be successful. Love it. Give them the training they need to build confidence. Get this? It all builds on top of each other.
My frustration
My frustration is
is my own fault.
my own fault. Sometimes. And then, Andy, you had something you were saying that you wanted to kind of share with the group. You were thinking, why wouldn't we do this? It's really easy.
Oh, Kelly, things you have to decide to start.
You guys, really quickly, we're listening. Yeah?
No-brainer is to hook up, I didn't even know y'all did interview job.
Training?
Hiring. I didn't even know y'all did that until I heard it from Antonio yesterday.
Yep.
So get all of Edgar and you on training, hook up on y'all's discount program.
Oh.
Y'all may have to elaborate on that, I'm not really sure.
Edgar, I think most people were there yesterday, but maybe not.
We don't understand what it is, and then also the other no-brainer is to go to Heritage and sign up for their 2% discount. And that's, I think, just signing up an email and just saying, yes, you want it.
And how would that benefit you from a business perspective with sales, profit, service? Remember, connect those things. Can you think of that? Can you think that through?
My main thing right now is hiring. That's my,
So talent.
my crisis right now.
Yep.
Automatic discounts, rebates. Is
Profitability.
to do nothing to be able to get rebates.
Isn't that true?
Literally do nothing.
I didn't even think about that.
You know, I know I probably have 10 or 20, and if all my guys fly through
Yeah.
Heritage, I could probably get.
You guys, those are easy. That's an easy one. If you guys haven't put that on the list, you guys should consider putting that on the list. Like, that's just a no-brainer. That's a low-hanging fruit. We call that easy, right? Easy stuff. I'm coming to you. Yes.
So I have one on the distributors, right? So I've been with my distributor for 4 years. Half because of growth, I have to reach out and get a new one. In my area, there's only 2 SCP and Keller Supply, Hoosier Supply, and I've been with Keller forever. I just got on with SCP, and then we started checking pricing. I was paying $200 more for everything at my original distributor, right? And SCP was $200 less for everything. So I told my guy, and then they beat that price, and then I told this guy, and he knocked it down more, right? And now Heritage is going, we want to come up there, right? So now, that's on my list. I need to stop just paying what I'm paying. I need to go, hey, what are you going to do for me?
Ooh, I like that. That's what this industry should be about.
If we have the power, right, we're buying, we're keeping,
Yeah.
keeping them going.
Yeah.
So I didn't even think about it for the last 4 years, but we could have been more profitable had I just asked
Yeah.
the question, can you do better, right?
Yeah. But it's never too late to start.
And just to let you know, with the rebate program, it's really easy. So I know a lot of you guys did it yesterday. Go to the app. There's that little dollar sign at the bottom.
The Heritage app, right? Heritage app.
No,
Oh.
Pullman
Oh, Pullman University. Okay.
There's a little dollar sign at the bottom, and if you
Oh, that's right.
it'll tell you loyalty for Bull Nation and send it. What we did with them was a little bit different. If you sign up through there, you're gonna get 2 things. Well, you get 3. The first one is 1.5% back on anything that you buy
Right
through
there. was a good one.
heritage, okay? Not just select products, anything that you buy, you're gonna get an automatic 1.5% back. You don't have to do anything, you get signed up, they send you a little card and it gets loaded every quarter. It's also going to add you into their program, which is the 2% on select products. So now if you buy that product, you're getting 3.5% back. And what we've done is we've gone back to our vendors, like Raypack, and we said, we want for our members a rebate program directly from you. So they came back to us and said, we'll give your members 3.5%. So now if you go to Heritage and you buy a Raypack product, you're gonna get 1.5%, you're gonna get 2%, you're gonna get another 3.5%.
It's a no-brainer.
We went back over to Hayward and said, we want a program for our members. And they said, we will give you guys 5% back. So if you get it through Heritage, you'll get 1.5, you'll get 5 there. What we also did is we also told them, we don't want none of this nonsense of having to fill out rebate forms and all this kind of stuff, because realistically, I never do them. And so to me, it's like, if you're gonna be partnering with us, that's what we want you to do, is just automatically do this. So for anybody that hasn't done it, go to the Poolman University, press that little dollar sign, all you have to do is submit, and everything gets done automatically. You're entered, they take care of everything. As we continue, we will continue to partner with some of our other vendors for them to kind of push and add some there. We're pushing really hard for a chemical one. We know that's a big one, so we're kind of putting some pressure on some people. So if you're part of that and we get other vendors in, it'll be automatic into what you have, okay?
All right, guys, so great work. Give yourselves a round of applause because this is the process of Start, Stop, Continue. I want to show you guys what this looks like if you have more time with your team, okay? I just want to make sure you guys understand. Once you do, look at this beautiful work. You've got to take a picture of this beautiful work over here. Look at this, like all these sticky notes, like all organized. This is fantastic. Let me tell you why. You want to take it from the sticky note and you want to prioritize it. So over here we have our team, and I asked them to do me a favor and just give you guys a visual so you guys can see that there are a lot of ideas, and they don't have to be organized like that. They could literally be slapped on the wall. It doesn't matter. All the green together, all the yellow together, all the white together, green, red, and yellow. You do not have to have green, yellow, red, guys. You can use cardboard paper. It does not matter. I like the visual. And what I do is a couple things. So you just put them all over there and you get them on the wall because it's important to get you guys out of your seats and talking. You have one person other than your boss reading the list of green, reading another new person. Does that make sense? Engagement is key. The more they talk, the more they remember. And a new person. And then you'll have things like here, like communication. Elaborate more. What part of communication? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What part of communication do you guys want to enhance? Does that make sense? So you as the leader, the facilitator is not talking because you need to find out what's in their brain that didn't wind up on the sticky note, okay? So what would happen now if they were in this for another 30 minutes at all is you have one person present and you have dialogue. And you can even have the person who said, you know, whose sticky note was this? Did you want to elaborate more? Because it's just a sticky note. It's an idea. So you immediately present, don't debate, don't discuss, get the information in the room. And then you have everybody get out of their seat from your team. And you have them prioritize what's important to them. So even though you guys haven't gone through the discussion yet, I'm going to have you guys go up and look at your list and put a check mark next to ones that you want either more information or you think they're most important. And do that with these pens. I don't want them on the actual sticky note, just next to it. Okay? So go up, scan it real quick, and prioritize the ones you think, and only choose 5. Okay? Someone. You guys all have to get your list. They are now going to do this, guys. They are going to now start prioritizing. And what you're doing is you're capturing the voice of the team. They are going to simply put a check mark on what's important to them. Why do you guys think we're doing this exercise? To narrow down what's important to the team and what's low-hanging fruit and what might be big. You're trending, yes. Your did you say adoption? Very cohesive, having conversations. So they're going to go over there. See, they're having conversations. You just have to mark it off. Okay, good. This activity should go for as long as it needs to. It could go 15 minutes. It can go 30. Should not go more than that. You want to make sure people are thinking critically, but they're thinking individually. So what you guys can do right now, for those of you guys who have your sticky notes, is you guys are going to organize your sticky notes, okay, by individual person. So if you have 3 people with your group here, just organize it. And what you can do is you guys can take the little tent card and you can put all the green on the green, all the red and all the yellow if you wanted to, and take this home with you. Okay, this is your takeaway, that you're going to take this list of green, yellow, red, and you're going to start to see what part of this you want to include in your prioritization moving forward, okay? You guys would prioritize later, not today. Because you guys are tired and you really don't care. I know how our brains work. Please do not leave them somewhere. I also have an envelope if you guys need envelopes. The form, you guys, is also on the app. And I have more forms if you guys need them right here. I have more. If you guys want one, raise your hand. Someone asking a question?
I just wanted online, making sure the schedule properly and making sure.
There you go. Oh, so sorry about that.
Schedule.
Anybody else want one? I got extra. Do you guys want more?
Yes.
Do you guys want? Yeah, you guys just want to organize your list right there? You might want to just put red, yellow, green. Yeah. That way you guys travel with it. Okay. Here we go. Anyone else? You wanted someone back there? No? You guys need them? Anyone else need them? Okay. So sorry. Thank you. You guys got it? Fine. Okay.
Now, should this be just a question?
Yes.
'Cause
Yes.
For me, like, especially whenever you have like 2 leaders, you know, or business owners, is it more directed towards what you're doing, or should it be business minded?
Business minded.
Okay.
Oh, well, no. It's, well, what are you doing? What activities are you doing?
yes.
And how is it connected to the business? So it's both.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. What's
And
gonna
so
help
it should be
business and what activity?
individual, but also a team. So I always call it individual and organizational accountability. Because it's the individual who's doing the actions. And we all have to be doing the right thing for the company.
Right.
Does that make, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Kind of? Okay, okay. All right, everybody. 3 hours goes by really fast when you're having fun. We are, yeah, we are, yeah. Yes, okay, you guys, Antonio has something really quick to offer, yes.
So one more thing, and this is just how I want my team to grow, right, is as owners, I know I can never take what we're learning here and I can't present it in my office the way we're learning today, right? There's just no way I can do that. I'm not Doreen. She's fantastic.
You can be.
So that's why it's important for me to bring at least some of my team to all
Yeah.
of these different events.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, how do I justify it? It's an expense right now, but what they're gonna do for the team structure in the next 10 years, right, is gonna be huge. Because it's just gonna make the entire team grow. We hire new guys, they're gonna implement what they've learned
Yep.
with the new guys. I
Yep.
don't have to invent the wheel again with the new guy. My team's doing it for me. So.
I love that. Thank you so much for saying that, yes.
What your team has learned, not to put you guys on the spot, but you gotta take what you've learned and you gotta take it back and you gotta teach it to the other people.
That's exactly right.
Because that's how you learn most, is when you teach it.
My love language, Stephanie, my love language, right? The more you say it, the more you guys will learn and retain it, okay? Here's the one thing I'll say, okay? So this works over here, guys. I want you paying attention. So this works. We've just taken a lot of sticky notes and we found some trends. We have 2 people, 3 people, with those 3 people, automatically you better like put that at the top of your list because the trend is more people on these sticky notes and these ones count. And so a lot of 2s, right? So when you have a big team, which is awesome, like I've had teams like of 48 people, like you have 10 check marks on one sticky note, you know where you need to be focusing on, right? So what happens now is you have dialogue about it. And you have the team talk about it. Here's one. And the leader should stand up and say, here's one. Anyone want to elaborate more on this one? And then the consensus from the group happens. This is almost like a voting, if you will. but an open ballot. You can use check marks, you can use dots. So I have a little slide here. You can use check marks, you can use dots, it doesn't matter. What you're looking for is trends. And I actually have colored dots that I ordered for this today, but it was on back order. So you can do check marks, it doesn't matter. Find the trends. And so then what you do is decide if there's some things that your team says to stop doing and it's low-hanging fruit, guys, stop doing it if it makes sense. Show them that their voice matters. Commit to it, follow through. And then anything that you want to continue to do, we all gain agreement, and let's just move forward, don't do anything there. And anything you want to start to do, prioritize what you can do that doesn't cost anything. Start implementing things. And one good thing a quarter, one good thing a month, depending upon how big, one good thing a year. Just make sure that you do something with your start list, okay? And then keep that start list. Keep the start, stop, and continue list somewhere live so you can go back to it in 6 months and go, oh, that's right, we said we wanted to hire a new person in this position. We forgot to do that. Let's go do it now because it's the right time, or reassess. So that is the last thing you guys are going to do is you just put it into an action plan and make sure you follow up. This is what I say I will do. And most importantly, who's going to own it? Did you guys hear that? Who's going to own it? Not Antonio. Antonio's going to say, who wants to own this one? And if you can own it, go for it, right? Pure ownership gives you commitment to it. And then the question is, when will you do it by? Yes?
But if you don't assign somebody to it, I'm going to tell you this, when it's everybody's job, it's nobody's job.
It's nobody's job. Personal and individual accountability. Proactive accountability, not who's to blame, who's responsible. That's a whole other class, right? All right, it could look as simple as this. That's it. It does not have to be overly complex. It could be the whiteboard that Edgar has in his room. It could be a OneNote. It does not matter. What are we going to start and by when and who owns it? And what are we going to continue and what are we going to, start doing?
It may be exactly what I'm thinking. That's just, okay, we plan to implement this by
Yeah.
this date. Is that what that is?
Yeah, so I do like an Excel spreadsheet is what I use. Here's all my start, stops, and continue. I can filter it by person. I can filter it by date. It's beautiful. But then when I give it to people, they're like, that's way too hard. I don't know Excel. I don't care how you do it, as long as you do it. Put it on a flip chart in your office. Doesn't matter.
But that is what that is. Implement by
That's,
December,
yes,
whatever it's
yes,
called.
that's what it is, yeah. Short-term goals, long-term goals. All right, you guys, so I'm hoping that by facilitating this and showing you today, you guys can now facilitate it with your teams or go back and have more robust conversations and do something with this information. That's it. And so use it regularly. We will give you guys the resource. It's out there on Pullman University already. We'll give you the deck so you guys can use that as a referral. But just go get it done, all right? And so did we accomplish this? Give me a yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Not yet. Did we reflect? Did we reflect on how your business is operating today? Did we talk about how you guys can really assess sales, profit, service, how we're doing today? Did we talk about that today?
Yes.
All right. Did it help you to identify through the activity kind of what's hurting your business and how you're not getting the results you want? That little activity did that, right? All right. Are you sure? I can start over. I'm just kidding. All right. Did we clarify some of the priorities through this exercise? Now you have an organized list. You can start prioritizing it as a team. And then did you decide what actions you're going to start taking? Does anybody have at least one thing you're going to stop doing before you continue doing it anymore? You guys got at least one start, continue? Yes. All right, you guys, I think we are done for the day. You have the skill. You have the will. This was your opportunity. Now you have some direction. All right, you guys? Thank you guys very much. Have a great day.
Just want to ask a couple questions, because obviously as we continue to do these, we want to make sure that we do the right things. I have a belief on how they should be and how they should go, but obviously it's not always up to me.
Yep.
I just want to, look, I always ask, right? Tell us what we can do better. We don't know what we're doing well. We want to make sure that we're always improving and we're always doing something better. So my question to you, so today was about 3 hours. I know that when you come to take trainings and stuff like that, it could be very long, 3 hours. Do you guys think that 3 hours was too much time? Do you think it was not enough time? It was perfect, okay. Do you feel that in the next one that we we do, there should be maybe another hour to actually sit in the class and do it.
30 minutes for that back and forth,
Uh-huh.
that we have to do this.
So more back and forth.
Okay? Yes.
If it's just today,
Uh-huh.
more time. If it's 3 days of classing at the pool show or 2 days of classes, I'm about toast.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes total sense.
I'm like that too.
Me
Yes.
too.
I think an activity I'd like to see at the next one would be you pick a company, you'll have to find this company ahead of time, but you do your real audit of finding your cost so that everyone can see you do it and we can go home and replicate it on our own. I think a lot of people are like, let me see it in real time. One of my business coaches used to do that. He would do like a business audit in front of everybody that was there. Obviously, the person volunteering is willing to show
Yeah.
their numbers and be transparent, but
I love it.
He's volunteering.
He's
I'm just kidding.
volunteering.
What I didn't have, didn't know what his touch was, more of that, that
Yeah.
throw out a problem, we did a little bit of it yesterday, throw out a problem, and several people responded differently.
We're talking about doing that for business accounting.
Yeah, that's really powerful.
Yes.
So, I mean, me personally, I need someone else to help hold me accountable. So creating a community where we could be in between these,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
right, to help hold each other accountable on our stretch out.
I love that.
Okay.
You know why? Because remember the last time we made calls about the goals, people went to confession. Well, Doreen, I really haven't started yet. So I think that's a great idea.
And I do have people, and I did this at the Western where I gave out my phone number and they're supposed to go out and find their number. And I said, if you want me to push you, because I don't want to be disrespectful, if you're giving me the green light to call you and bug you to see if you got it, text me right now. And I had about 7 people that texted me, and I keep texting back and forth. And I have gotten people that said, here's my number, I figured it out. Yes.
I was just telling you to do it, push it.
Push it.
Because I can't push it.
So, yes.
I think,
I'll flip.
like a really focused, technical deep dive about, like pool brain, skimmer, whatever, we're using is the way I see it, and it's like a field management software. The office is not the field. How can you make that connect to
What happened to it?
well, yeah, so like if a tech, like say there's a billing issue, that doesn't go in pool brain. Where does that go?
Well, an alert does. You can send an alert.
No, I get what you're saying.
You know,
the
and then
process
how
of it.
and then how do you automate that, and what softwares are you using? How do they connect? How does it connect into a spreadsheet that is a KPI
Oh, yeah,
tracker?
yeah. I got it,
Making
yeah.
it simple.
Okay, that's great.
Really
You know, our evolution and our thought of these trainings, and that's why we wanted to find out time-wise how much it is, right? And whether what you want is to come and learn the skill and then go back and do it, that for me doesn't work. I gotta go back to the office and I won't do it because life kind of gets in the middle of it, right? So what our goal is eventually to be able to kind of do these, and then what we're being able to do is come in, and then what you do is you create your, you create your values, your core mission statement, you create your business plan. One of the
I
things
think some of that can be a webinar. That could be a webinar. You don't need to do that in person. I don't think.
Well, what we're thinking of doing is like a 3-day where you come in and you actually do the work. So by the time that you leave it, you leave with that completed, so that you don't have the time to go back home and say, I'm gonna do it, and you never do it. We talked about the financial side of it, is like, how do we take that financial side and show people in that class how to figure out their cost of service and allow them to have access and tell everybody to bring their computers so that they can log into their bank and expenses and kind of do all that and figure that out. At the same time, we want to be respectful because not a lot of people, say, hey, we have 8 hours to kind of come and sit all day to figure that out, or for 3 days. But I just wanted to get a feel for how much it was today, if it was too much or not.
Or yeah, like if they have a repair that needs to get done, but they don't approve it, where does that go?
Right. And we can tap it. We can tap it. Kevin, we can talk. But anyways, before we leave, and I know that everybody's getting ready to head out. So I know there's a couple of us that are going to go over to ETX Pool Pros. So ETX Pool Pros is a member of the Matrix. He's opening up a retail store, so we're going to take a drive out to go kind of see him and support him. He wanted to do an opening. If there's anybody that wants to go that showed up today, you guys can. We'll warn you this. It's a little bit of drive, it's about an hour drive, but a lot of us are going out there to support them for, she's going to Canton, yep. So,
Where's Canton?
it's about an hour away from here, I don't know,
It's
east,
out,
west.
it's out, going out 20 or 35 east.
What direction? North, east,
South.
or?
East.
Alright, and the last thing that I'm gonna tell everybody here is, you know, we're a community, we're here for everybody, okay? And a lot of times I give my phone number out, Zach gives his phone number out, and then always what we hear is like, oh, well, we think that you guys are busy and we don't wanna bother you. That's not what it's about, right? If we're giving you our numbers, if we're telling you to reach out, that's what we want you to do. Zach calls me all the time, right? We chat all the time, and he's like, hey, I don't care what it is, whether it's a victory or a defeat, or you just have a couple questions, okay? But reach out. The goal for Pool Nation is really to kind of be able to support each other and help businesses be successful. So
And I'm a space cadet, as a lot of you probably learned by now, so if you reach out to me and I'm not like responsive right away, just keep reaching out.
It's his personality type,
It
don't
is,
hold it
it's
against
not-
him. Can't help
He's
it.
got a business to run too.
Yeah, I'll like look at something and then